Right, we should be live. Please let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. And welcome to a two-player playthrough of Hallertau, Uwe Rosenberg's new big box game that came out very recently. People are starting to get this at the moment. And yeah, going to be doing a two-player tutorial and playthrough tonight. And I'm joined by Mr. Slicker Drips himself. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Excited to start some farming.
Well, I know. You've played this game twice already. I've only played it once. You played it what?
Yes.
Last night and today?
Yes. I've played it real two-player and then my special fake two-player.
Your special fake two-player. Did Marty win?
Well, that would be spoiling things. No,
okay.
I came out on top this time.
Go and watch Tom's bit. When are you editing those and you're going to put them up on your channel?
Yeah, it was a biggie.
Right.
It's going to be a while going through all of that stuff.
Right. Okay. Anyway, people can hear us. Excellent. So thank you very much for joining in. I learned how to play yesterday from the rulebook. Tom's already played it. We've not played together before, so I'm hoping that we both understand how to play and we don't mess anything up. But I'm going to be doing the majority of the teaching, and I might pass over to Tom when my voice goes. But this is a 1 to 4 player game. Now, initially, I thought this game was all about beer growing, and it's not at all, is it?
Not really.
No, there's
Sheep
no beer
growing.
in it. Sheep. you grow hops, but there's no. I thought it was going to be all about brewing beer and everything else, and it's not. But yeah, we are basically farming in the 16th century in Bavaria. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be playing the game over 6 rounds, which is tracked on our player boards. Each of us has a player board. This here is a fence, by the way. So this is all Tom's area, and this is my area here, and we have a central board. So we're set up for a 2-player game. Each player has 4 little boards. Well, four big boards, 1 little board, and 3 other boards. So we've each got that. We're going to be playing over 6 rounds, and then at the end of the game, we have a score pad, which is not this score pad. That's from a totally different game. We have this score pad, and we add up the scores, and we see who's won. There is a worker placement element to the game where we're going to be placing our workers, which are the blue cubes, onto this board, but they do not automatically clear at the end of each round. So you can use the actions. If I just zoom in on this bit a bit, there are 16 of these main actions, and there are 4 actions on the side here. You can use the actions multiple times in a round, but the first time you use it will cost 1. The second time you use it will cost 2. The third time you use it will cost 3. But only the top row will clear at the start of each round. And in a 4-player game, every area the top row clears. But in a 1 to 3 player game, some of the areas will clear and some of them won't clear. So yeah, we're going to be selecting actions from here. Those actions are going to do us a variety of different things. But one of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be planting crops. Now, Tom, remind me what crops we start with.
We start with a barley, a rye, and a flax.
Barley, rye, and flax. Okay, so these are 3 crops. We each start with the same. And what you do is you actually track how many you've got on this little board here. So at the moment, Tom's got 1 barley. If he gets another barley, you just move the counter up to there. And you do this until you've got 5. And then if you get another one, you start another counter at the bottom. So that means Tom's got 6 barley, for example. Okay, so we start with these. These are crops. We can plant the crops in the fields. And then unlike other Rosenberg games where they will grow over time, they pretty much grow the same round. So you'll put that one in there. And the height of the field represents how good the quality of the soil is. So if you plant the barley in there, that will then produce 4 barley in the harvest phase. And what you do is really clever. You just move the good over to there, and that means you've now got 4 barley. So yeah, you plant them and they grow in the same round. I'm just going to get some goods for me. So I need some of that and some of that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be planting goods. We're going to be doing that. We're also going to be breeding sheep. We get sheep, we can shear the sheep to get wool. We get milk from the sheep and everything else. Sheep will die eventually. But yeah, you will gain sheep and you'll do that. But the main thing in the game, and I say the main thing in the game, this is from my limited plays, is all about moving this building here, which is called, what's it called? Community Centre?
Something like that. Nice
Yes,
little
Community
cottage.
Centre. Yes. This is going to move to the right. Okay, so this is actually a separate piece, and this is going to move gradually to the right. You want to move it to the right because if you look in the window, I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see Tom's area here. If you look in the window, that tells you how many workers you get for that round. So at the start of the game, you're going to get 6. If you move it to the right, you'll get 7, 8, 9, 10, etc., etc. And you'll notice if you move it all the way to here, you're going to get 70 points at the end of the game. Now, considering that 100 is a good score, getting 70 points for moving it all the way to the right is a lot. But the way you move it to the right is by moving these. These are 5 crafts buildings, and you have to pay resources to move these to the right. And then once you have moved them all 1 space, this will move 1 space. If you move them all 2 spaces, this will move 2 spaces. So the game is all about generating the resources to move these to the right, using tools to move the boulders so that your community centre then slides to the right. That's basically a very, very high level overview of the game. There's 4 decks of cards in the game. There are the bonus cards. It's always the same deck of bonus cards, but I'm going to give it a shuffle now. There's also the points cards. Now, Tom's got this game himself. He's got it set up at his end. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing the cards. I'm then going to reading out the card number. Tom's going to fish it out himself, and Tom's basically recreating the situation at his end. So we've got the bonus cards, the points cards, but there are also gateway cards and farming cards. And there are 4 different decks that we can use. So there is A, B, C, and D for the gateway decks, and A, B, C, and D for the farming decks. For your first game, it recommends using A. What we're going to do is we're going to put it over to the chat. So the first question for the chat is, which of the gateway decks do you want us to use? A, B, C, or D? Bear in mind, apparently A is the easy one and D is the expert, stupidly difficult one. Okay, I'm just letting you know. But tell us in the chat now, do you want A, B, C, or D for the gateway? And we'll see what people say. While they're doing that, we both start with 1 point card, don't we, Tom?
Yes.
Yes. So your point card is number 903. And I'm just going to put that off camera because it's in Tom's hand. When he plays it, I'll put it here. But I'm going to put that over there. So you've got 903. Okay, so MeWe saying B, Peter saying B, C, C, B, go for A, B, C, B, 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 C, B. Right, we've got, I think the more votes are coming in for B. So we're going to go with the B gateway deck. Okay, so that's going to go there.
Is that the 100
it
plus
is
numbers?
The, yes, 100 plus. Okay, so end of the voting on that one. Now, tell us which farming deck you want us to use. And again, that's A, B, C, or D. It doesn't have to be the same one. Yeah, so let us know. So Kevin Miller was the last one that voted on the gateway deck. So anything coming in after Kevin? I thank you, Radu. Yeah, you've put a line in there. Fantastic. So yes, A, B, C, or D for the farming cards. Now, Tom, can you remember what cards we start with from the gateway and the farming cards?
4 gateway in our hand.
Yeah.
And then
6 farming on the board.
a farming card on each space.
Okay, right. Your 4 gateway cards are Project Manager, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so your gateway cards are 106, 107, 108. I did shuffle them. And 111.
111.
Yeah, 106, 107, 108, and 111. I'll give him a better shuffle. What did I get? I got 104, 127, 1. Yeah, mine was shuffled. Right, what have we got coming in for these? BB, CD, CD, AC, CB, CD, ABC. Wow. We've got a good mix, but I think the majority is C. It's looking like C has got the most votes, I think. Okay, so we're going to go with farming deck C, which is this one.
It'll be the 600s.
Which is the 500s.
Oh, the 500s.
Unless I've got these the wrong way around.
Got them.
Oh yeah, I think I have. Oh no. No, the 500s is the basic one. Yeah, you're right, it's the 600s. So let's get those out of the way. We don't need those anymore. And we'll get these out of the way. We don't need these anymore. Right, let's shuffle the 600s. So we don't start with any farming cards in our hand, but what happens is we're going to populate our sheep board here. Can't be called the sheep board, but it's that one. We're going to put the top 6 cards from the farming deck onto that board. That tracks the passage of time in the game, and also we get that card at the, not quite at the end of the round, but during the round. And that will go into our hand. Right. And again, neither of us know what these cards are. So when the card is drawn, I will read out to Tom which number it is. So that's your cards. That's my cards. Those go there. Okay. So we have cards in our hand. I'm actually just going to show you a couple of my cards, just so you see what these cards are. I'll put them on Tom's board here. So there's two main types of cards. There's the ones with the book on them, and there's the ones with the courtyard and the arrow on. Okay, the ones with the courtyard and the arrow on are basically, you've got to spend that to get this. So this is kind of an end game scoring card. If I have 14 milk at the end of the game, I can spend it to get 10 points. Okay, whereas this one, I just need to have that. I don't spend it. It's like a mini objective. If I have, 4 hops, then I can play this card and I will get 1 field at level 4, and then the card is played. Okay, so it's a one-off card. You play it from your hand at any time you want to. You look at whether you've achieved this, and if you do, you get that. So they're the two main types of cards. There are bonus cards as well. I'll explain the bonus cards when we get them, but neither of us start with any of those. So that's that. The last bit of setup to do is on this board here, and this is the bit of the rulebook that I found a bit confusing last night. It kind of tells you to do something in setup, and then you skip it in phase 1, but I can't see why you just don't do it in phase 1. Apart from you're putting cubes on and then you're taking some of them off. So that might be why they say combine the 2 steps together. But let's just do it in phase 1. Right, we're ready to go. The game has a player aid with the 10 phases of the round. And for the first round, I'm going to go through this step by step and I'll explain what happens. So the first thing is you remove the top row of workers from the action spaces on here. If it was a 4-player game, we'd basically remove every single cube from the board. But what we do in a 1 to 3 player game is you use these quadrant cards. Okay, so the first quadrant card is this, and then we look on it and it says 2 players and it says 3 and 4. So what we do is we remove the top cube from quadrants 3 and quadrants 4, which is basically all of those. Okay, so the bottom 2 quadrants are now clear of workers. That's phase 1 done. Very simple. That quadrant card, by the way, that is now used. That is gone. That is out of the game. So although it's a little bit of a random element, there are only 6 quadrant cards. Okay, so you will get through all of the quadrant cards by the end of the game. Phase 2 is we move the current farmyard card off this board and just somewhere in your area, and we put on it a number of workers equal to the number in the window. So Tom, you have 6 workers, and I do the same. Move my farmyard card off there, put it on here, and I get 6 workers. Okay, that's phase 2. Phase 3, you would activate any bonus cards. Neither of us have any bonus cards at the moment, so we don't do anything there. And then phase 4 is clockwise order. Now, we haven't actually decided who the start player is, so I'm going to put the rooster in one of my hands. Tom, my left hand or my right hand?
Oh, always left.
Okay, no, not the rooster. So I'm the start player. I'll put my rooster there. So I start, and basically on your turn, what I'm doing is I'm putting workers into these actions here. If I was to use any of these actions down at the bottom, it would only cost me 1 worker. If I wanted to use any of the actions at the top, it would cost me 2 workers. Now, I'm going to have a quick look at my cards because, as I mentioned, these kind of give you short-term objectives and potentially long-term objectives as well. Oh gosh. Right. Oh. Gosh. Right. Okay, so I've got a plan. And now I'm going to have a look and see which of these actions I want to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send one of my workers to the tool shed. Let's just zoom in on that action there so you can see how this action works. A lot of these actions are fairly simple. It's just you get what's printed on the right. So the tool shed is either get 4 clay or plant a field on row 4. And I'm going to choose to get 4 clay. So what I do is I take a clay marker and I put it in the number 4 building here, and that represents I've got 4 clay, and that is my go done. Over to you, Tom.
I'm going to do some fertilizing.
Are you now?
So that just cost me 1. I am. because it lets
So
me
you-
move 2 of my empty fields up to the top row, so it makes
Yeah.
them more effective.
I should
So I'm
have
going
done
to
that.
choose my lowest 2.
Yeah, so those move up to row 5, and then you also get to plant. You get to sow once. So you take a
So
crop
once,
and you put it in any of those fields.
I think I'm gonna do barley in
Yep.
one of my number 5s.
One of your number 5s. There you go. That's your go done. Mr. Dewsbury's just joined in. Hi, Richard. Thank you for joining in. Jason's here as well. Hi, Jason. Good to see you. Right, back to me. So, I think I'm going to go to the I'm going to go to the weekly market. So the weekly market is basically I get 1 sheep and I get 1 meat. So the meat is just another type of resource. We track that as normal. The sheep are different. So here's how the sheep work. Whenever you get a sheep in round 1, you actually put it on this card here. Now, all of the sheep that you have on your board are in your stables, but that means that this sheep is actually going to die at the start of round 4. So all sheep have a life expectancy of basically 3 rounds. So the sheep that you buy in round 1 goes on this card, and whenever this card gets revealed, that sheep is going to die. Okay, there are things that you can do to prolong the life of sheep. We'll come on to that later on. Right, Tom, over to you.
I'm going to do the sheep market.
Right. Yeah,
So I'll get a sheep as well. But
You
a
get a
hide.
sheep as well, but you also get a hide, which is another type of resource. We'll put that there. Right, back to me. So I am going to go to this action space here, which is small trade. So small trade gets me 2 crops. So I can choose any 2 crops. I am going to choose hops, and I'm going to choose, let's have a look at my cards again. And I'm going to have a look at that, and I'm going to have a look at that, and I'm going to choose barley as my second crop, so I can just move that up to the 2 space. So there's my 2 crops. I also get either a milk or a wool, so I'm going to take milk, because as you know, I've got that objective card in my hand, which is 14 milk at the end of the game gets me 10 points. And 1 sheep gains 1 round. So basically I've prolonged the life expectancy of this sheep. I don't quite know how. We won't go into details, but yeah, I've done that. Right, over to you, sir.
I think I'm going to do some cultivation. So it's a bit wasteful because it lets me sow 3 times and I can't, but it saves me a worker from the other spaces.
So what
So I'm just going to plant I think the rye in number 5 and then the flax in number 4.
Okay, right, back to me. Okay, so it's going to have to be 2 workers, unless I go with that. We haven't mentioned how the start player changes, but I will mention that when it happens, because it's quite cool the way that that works. So I could use these again. There's nothing to stop me using them again. Is that actually what I want to do, though? Let's have a think. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I am actually going to go to the weekly market again. So I put 2 cubes on there, and I get another sheep, which goes on there, and I get another meat and move that to there. Right, that's me done.
I think I'm gonna go for a bonus card.
So that's over here. Right. So this is how the start player changes. These 4 areas in the corner, they do 2 things. They allow you to draw a card from the appropriate deck, but they also get you the start player marker. So Tom's going to put a worker there. You've got bonus card 811.
Okay.
And Tom then gets the rooster. But unlike other games, there isn't just one first player spot where you claim first player. If I was to go to one of these places, then I then become the first player. So basically the first player marker will move around between the players during the round and it's whoever ends up with it at the end who actually becomes the first player next round. And actually, I am going to go here, and I am going to take a points card, and I'm going to take the rooster back. Okay, interesting. You'll go. You have 2 workers left.
I think I haven't got any clay, so I think I'm going to spend them. Yeah, I'm going to spend them both on the tool shed.
The tool shed.
So I'll get 4 clay.
And you get 4 clay. Right. Okay. So that goes there, and that is the end of phase 4. So phase 5 is you take your farmyard card, which now doesn't have any workers on it, and you get that into your hand. So I'll have that one. Tom, your card that you've got is number 606.
Okay.
Then phase 6 is every empty field that you have in your farmyard area moves up 1 space. Okay. This is all about crop rotation. If you leave the fields empty, they will basically, get better. And then I can move exactly 1 empty field up a second time. So I'm going to move that one up to there. Phase 7 is you harvest your planted field. So this is where Tom gets the benefit of this. Let's just zoom in on Tom's area. So this barley goes to here. So Tom's now got 5 barley, also got 5 rye, and got 4 flax. And every time you harvest goods from a field, it comes down by 1, representing the fact that the quality of the soil is now not as good as it was before. That's a really nice mechanism. I'm gonna interrupt and play my bonus card. Yeah, and this is the thing with
one
the cards.
thing that's cool about this is that you can play them anytime.
It says that, yes. Although it isn't quite
so this one in particular needs to be, it's got a condition to it, but generally, if you can play a card, you can play it anytime. Yeah.
So which card are you playing?
So I'm going to spend, it's my bonus card that I drew with the flax on it. I have to spend 3 flax that I just harvested.
3 flax that you just harvested. Yeah.
So I'm going to spend that, and then in phase 3 of every round from now on, I can sow a flax.
Flax into
and it's worth 3 points at the end.
Yeah, nice. So that's the first bonus card. You can see on them, let me just zoom in and show you. You can see on them that there is this bar across here with the number 3 in it. That means that this card now activates in phase 3 of every round and allows Tom to sow a flax. Also, it's worth 3 points at the end of the game. So that goes there. That is now in play. And then we go on to phase 8, which is you get 1 milk for every sheep you have. I have 2 sheep, so I get another 2 milk. Tom, you have 1 sheep, so you get 1 milk. Phase 9, right. This is what the whole game is about. And I'm going to do mine. No, we'll do Tom's first so we can zoom in on your board. So this part of the game is where you spend goods to move these 5 craft buildings to the right. What's printed on them is the resources that you can spend to move it to the right. In round 1, as you can see here, it costs you 1 good to move it 1 space. If you have 2 goods, you can move it 2 spaces. But there are some limitations. So for the carpentry, you can spend both clay and rye, but you must spend more clay than rye. So in round 1 of the game, this basically means spend 1 clay to move it to the right. If you wanted to move it 2 spaces, you would have to spend 2 clay. You couldn't spend 1 of each because that would be then not more clay than rye. In round 3, you can spend 2 clay and 1 rye, okay? The brew house is similar, but for barley and hops. The cooling house is basically just either meat or milk or any combination. The bake house is rye, barley, and up to 1 flax. And then the manufacturer is a flax, a hide, or a wool. The other limitation is the boulders. Okay, so the boulders, you cannot move a craft building beyond a boulder unless you use a tool. Now, neither of us got any tools in round 1, but you can acquire these tools during the game. And these tools, they are not used up when you use them, apart from the last round of the game. So basically, to move a boulder to the right costs you 1 tool, but you just exhaust it to say, I've used it, but you'll get it back at the end of the round. So neither of us got any tools. We didn't even mention how you get tools, but we'll do that in the next round. So Tom, you can't move any of these boulders, but what would you like to do with these buildings?
I'm going to try and move each one. So I think I've got the clay, no problem. I'll spend that.
So you spend 1
clay. I've
got
plenty of barley.
That moves to the right. You spend 1 barley. That moves to the right.
I've got a milk for the cooling house.
You've got a milk, so you spend the milk. You move that to the right.
And then I've got a lot of I've got a lot of rye. I'll spend rye for the bakehouse.
So rye for the bakehouse.
And I don't want to spend the flax because I want to plant that in my bonus,
hides,
so I'll spend the hide.
Spend the hides to move that, okay? So all of them have moved one space to the right, which means this automatically slides up. And that means Tom's going to get 7 workers start of next round. Okay. What am I going to do? Have I completely messed up the game already? We will see. So I'm going to spend a clay to move the carpentry to the right. I'm going to spend the barley to move the brew house to the right. I'm going to spend the meat to move the cooling house to the right. I'm going to spend the rye to move the bakehouse to the right. And then I am going to spend the flax to move the manufacturer to the right. There you go. So I didn't completely mess up. And now that moves along. Now that can be done simultaneously if you were playing the game. The only bit of the game that can't really be done simultaneously is phase 4, which is the action phase, I think. Right, the last thing that happens is the boulders get rearranged. So the boulder, once you've moved the craft buildings, the boulders always get moved until one of them is 2 spaces away and one of them is 4 spaces away. So for the first round, because we both moved it 1 space, we basically just do that. Okay, and that is it. That is the end of the round. And there's only 6 rounds, although it does slow down because we're going to get more workers as the game goes on. Right, nothing we've forgotten, I don't think. Let's just check my cards to make sure I haven't done anything wrong. No, 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 and no. Ooh, do I want to do that? Maybe I'll do that later. Yeah. Okay, right, I got some cards. We're all good. Round 2. So we draw a quadrant card. And that tells us to remove the workers from quadrants 1 and 2 in a 2-player game. Okay, so I'm taking off all of the workers from the top row of each section, which because neither of us placed any workers in the top section, that is basically all of them. Okay, so that's the quadrant card done. Phase 2, get the farmyard card, and now you get 7 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get my farmyard card. I get 7 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Phase 3 is the bonus card. So Tom, your bonus card kicks in. You can plant a flax.
Okay, I'm going to plant that in a number 4, I think.
Okay, so that goes there. And now we are placing workers going clockwise. Right, me first. So I kind of need to be planting, but there's a reason why I did the thing that I did. And I don't know whether that was the right thing to do or not. So I'm going to... Yeah, now if I do that... Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm going to place one of my workers. I was going to place one of your workers then for a minute. That would be cheating. I'm going to place... this worker here on the clearing. So the clearing is either get a field, a quality 2, or get 1 clay. I'm going to get a field.
It's both.
Oh, it's both. You're right. There is no or. Fantastic. Right. So I get a clay and the fields. Now you've got 8 columns. You can only have 1 field per column. And the number there tells you where the field goes. So that is going to go here. My go done. Your go.
Okay, I'm going to do some farming, and so I can have a level 5 field, or so 4 times I'm going to have the level 5 field.
The level 5 field, much better than my level 2 field. Okay, so they're going to go up there, that's going to go up there, that's going to go there, and then that's going to go there. Yes, okay, we can do this. The problem is, by not getting those goods, by not doing the sowing and the harvesting that you did in round 1, that meant I was a bit short on the resources here.
Yeah, we thought after our first game that, well, we're inexperienced, so who knows, but should you try your best to keep 1 of everything so you don't have to take the actions to get crops?
True. Yes.
I'm sure that you can get very high scores without doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
we are
noobs. Yeah, I think I'm possibly going to play inefficiently, but I am going to go to the nursery, and that gets me 3 clay or 3 crops. So I am going to take 3 crops. I'm just going to try and weather the storm for the first few rounds. So I'm going to take a rye. I'm going to take a flax. And I'm going to take a barley. There you go. Done. Your go.
Okay, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to have a busy weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to...
busy weekend is
do you want
here.
a milk or a wool? I think I'm going to take a wool.
So you get a wool.
I take a wool, and then I'm going to sow 2 rye. Let's say the number 5 and the number 4.
So what Tom does, Tom's got 4 rye at the moment. You move it down 2 to generate 2 ones. You can basically split it into smaller ones, and then you could put 1 in a 5 and 1 in a 4. Like that?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, right, lots of rye. Okay, so let's have a look what we've got here.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. Can I take that back?
You can.
I am looking at a picture of barley here and thinking that it's rye. Can I do that exact same thing with barley?
With barley, yes. Barley. That moves down to there. Okay, right, we're good. Right, let's have a look at what's available. There's the butchery, but I kind of don't want to use that. I kind of want to save my sheep. I kind of want to do that, and I also want to do that. Yeah, I want to do all of this stuff. So, is this going to work? Let me have a look. I might do the sheep shearing, or do I want to get another sheep before I do that? Are you going to sheep shear? You're probably not. So, yeah, let's... Okay. Oh, this is tricky. This is very tricky. Yeah, I'm going to go to the sheep market again. So this cost me 2 workers. I get 1 sheep and 1 hides. So this sheep was born in round 2, so it goes on here. And I get a hides, which goes there. Right, your go. I don't know if this is going to work.
I was trying to make sure in the rulebook about this. Can I interrupt an action with a card?
No. And this is the bit that I found a little bit...
action, don't I?
Yeah, I found it a little bit misleading because it says, oh, the unique thing about this game is cards can be played any time, literally any time. Yeah. And then it says...
The overview says literally
any time. However, it then
there are a lot of conditions to that literally.
If you want to play it in the middle of an action, you can, but then you have to wait until the action's finished before the card. And it's like, okay, so...
I think I can still get decent stuff. I probably can't sew as much as I would like. I think I'm going to go fertilizing again.
Okay.
So I'll only get to put 1 to the top.
Yeah, so those go there. So move up.
I'm going to sew some more barley in it.
Okay, so that goes down to there.
I'm going to play a card. I have
Another
a card that have 3 fields containing the same crop.
3 fields containing the same crop. Yes, so this is a one-off card. You play it, and then it does its thing, which gives you a field at level 3, and it gives you another bonus card. So the bonus card that you've just drawn is 831.
831. Right. Okay. Oh, that's going to be difficult.
All done?
Yep, all done.
Right, okay. So now I'm going to go sheep shearing. So I get 1 wool per sheep. So I get 3 wool. 1, 2, 3. And one of my sheeps lives a little bit longer. So I'm going to move that to there. Okay, your go.
What do I want to do now? I think I'm going to go to the butchery and say goodbye to my sheep.
No. So cruel. So the sheep gets butchered and you get 4 meat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I do.
And 2 hides. There you go.
And I'm going to play another card.
Oh, another card.
I have a card that wants me to have hides.
It says as long as you have 1, 2, or 4 hides.
I'm going to go for that middle option.
So you get 2 tools.
2 tools.
There you go. So I'll put your tools here. 1, 2. Tom's playing cards. That must be cheating. Because I'm not. I'm planning on playing all my cards.
I've tried to counteract the games where I've played almost no cards.
No cards. Yeah. I have a plan. It's just, yeah. I need these fields to be a bit higher. Okay, I've got 2 workers left. What do I want to do with those 2 workers? This is a good question. I think, because I also kind of want some tools as well, but I don't know whether I want the tools now. Can I survive a little bit longer without some tools? I think I can. Yeah, I think I can. So, 2 workers left. I'm going to be all right moving that. I'm going to be all right moving that. I can move that. I can move that, and I can move that. I can move all of these 1 space, so that's fine. I'm going to go sheep shearing again. So I get 3 more wool. So that goes to there, and that goes to there. And this sheep moves to there. Right, that is me. I am out of workers.
Okay, I'm going to go for a gateway card.
Okay, so you go on here. You get card number 128.
128.
And you steal the rooster off me.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, and I can't do anything to take it back because I don't have any workers left.
So what's left? So I could. Have we said about tools yet? About how you get them?
We haven't, but are you going to do it?
In case we haven't, I could spend this worker. You basically spend any number of workers to get that many tools. So as if you were placing them on an action, but anybody can do it anytime. So I could get tools, or let's see, town hall. I couldn't move a building to the left, so that's out. I could give up that bit of land.
You could.
And get some clay and some jewellery. Nice. The jewellery's nice because it lets you build. It lets you move any of the craft buildings, like as if you'd paid for what they needed. Like as if you'd paid it. So in later rounds when it gets really expensive, 1 jewellery can be like 6 things.
Yeah.
See, clay delivery is clay equal to the round number. It's only round 2.
It's only round 2.
Sheep breeding. I do not have much milk. I think I'm going to go for a farming card.
Okay.
Cards.
Yeah, you've drawn card number 631.
631.
Is there any of those cards you want to play before we go to the next phase?
I don't think so yet.
Okay. So phase 5, take the farmyard card, add it to your hand. Yours, Tom, is 605.
Okay.
Phase 6, every empty field moves up 1, and then 1 field moves up another 1. So for you, that's there. For me, that's there. Then you harvest your planted fields. So you get 4 flax and 14 barley. And then these all move down 1. You get 1 milk for every sheep you have. So I get another 3 milk. And then simultaneously, we move our buildings along. So do you want to go first?
Okay, so 2 goods. Right then, so the first 2 you still can't spend the secondary things.
Correct. It's now 2 goods per space that you move it because it's round 2.
So I'll spend the clay for carpentry.
Oh, I think I have messed this up, haven't I? Yes, I think I might.
Yourself for that one.
Oh no, I think I might just about be all right. Michael says 1 more 5 field should move down. You're right.
Yeah, I should have 2 3s, 2 4s, and a 5.
Yeah, but thank you. Right, so what are you going to do with the carpentry?
The brew house. I'll spend the clay to move the carpentry, definitely.
So 2 clay to move the carpentry 1 space, because it's round 2.
I'll reluctantly give up 2 of my precious barley.
So 1, 2. In fact, you've got an extra barley down here, so I'll get rid of that one. So you've got 13 barley now.
And let's see, meat. I haven't got any milk, but I'll spend the 2 meat.
So you spend
That'll be
2
okay.
meat to move the cooling house to the right. Yep.
The bake house, I think I'll spend. Oh, what do I want to spend? 1 flax, and yeah, let's spend a barley.
Spend a barley. That moves to the right.
More.
And manufacture.
And then, I've got wool, haven't I? It's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, I will spend a wool and another flax to move
wool
that.
And flax to move that.
So now I feel like I'm being wasteful if I don't use the tools now that I've got them.
Well, can you move anything else, any more spaces?
I think
definitely can.
Yes, I can. I'm going to do brew house.
So people see this happening. So Tom's going to move the brew house again. Remember, this is round 2, so it's going to cost him another 2 barley. So 1, 2. But then he has to use one of his tools, so I'm just going to put it there, to move the boulder before the brew house moves to there. Now what's happened is you see that there's 2 boulders together. So what that means is if he wanted to move the brew house again, it would actually cost him 2 more tools to move both of those boulders to the right.
And then, let's see, I can't afford carpentry.
Nope, because you would need...
The bottom 3 things...
Okay.
And I can afford... Let's do the bakehouse. I think I'm going to do a flax and a rye.
To move that to there, and use a flax and a rye to move that to there. Okay, so that doesn't move the community centre on any further, but it does mean that Tom's got 2 buildings ahead.
Yeah, your boulders are going to be moved a bit further along.
Yes.
Next time.
Okay, so I will spend 2 clay to move carpentry up. I will spend 2 barley. Yeah, I'd forgotten it was 2. To move the brew house up. I will spend 1 meat and 1 milk to move the cooling house up. Yeah, I can just do it. I spend the rye and the flax to move the bake house up. Oops. And then I spend 2 wool to move the manufacturer across. Okay, and I don't have any tools, so that's it for me. I can't move them any further, but I did move them. Let's just rearrange my milk. Right. We're good. That was phase 9. So phase 10 is rearranging the boulders. So that goes there, that goes there. That goes there, that goes there. That goes there, and that goes there. Okay. My boulders all move along. And we are now on round 3. So we reveal another quadrant card. This time it is 2 and 3. So it's these 2 quadrants. Nope, sorry, it's that one and this one. Quadrants 2 and 3. So that goes, that goes, that goes, that goes, and that goes. And then down here, it's that one, that one, that one, and those. Okay, so that's that ready. Phase 2. Farmyard comes off. Tom, you get 8 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I also get 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Phase 3, you get your bonus card. Would you like to plant your flax?
I will plant it in the number 5, I think.
Okay, that goes there. And actions.
Oh, now I've got to think of things to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
it opens up, doesn't it?
Okay. So, yeah. And the quadrants that have been cleared aren't necessarily the ones that I wanted to be cleared.
Right.
So I could grab... Let's see about this. I think I'm going to go for a land sale. I'm going to sell one of my lowest fields.
This is an action we've not seen before. So yeah, the land sale is basically you sell a field, So you're going to sell one of the 3s, I guess?
Yeah.
And you get 1 jewellery and 3 clay. Now, Tom's mentioned jewellery briefly. We'll come on to it more in detail when Tom uses it, because it's really powerful. And you also get 3 clay, putting you on 4 clay now. Right, okay, so I'm going to... So I know which spaces you're probably not going to use. The question is, which ones are you going to use? Well, I'm going to go to the nursery. And I'm going to use the nursery to take 3 crops, because I'm desperately short of crops. And I need to be planting some stuff. So I'm going to take some rye, some barley and some flax. Is what I'm going to take. Your go. Chris is here. Chris has just popped in. Happy farming, Tom and Paul. Thank you very much, Chris.
Hi, Chris. I was going to go nursery. So I'm not going to get any benefit from the bottom thing, but I'm going to small trade. So I can't have a sheep gain around.
Didn't think you would.
I need a crop.
Okay, what do you need? Hops?
So I will have a barley. Oh yeah, hops exists.
Yeah.
I should probably get some hops. Yes, I'll have a barley and a hops.
More barley.
And I will play one of my cards that would like me to have 11 barley. Well, it would really like me to have 16 barley.
Yes, you have 11 barley.
I decided that's not happening.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick with 11, so that gets me 2 tools.
So 11 barley is a card that gets you 2 tools. Oh, these tools should have refreshed. And it gets you a bonus card, and the bonus card you've drawn is 838.
838.
838.
While I'm looking for that, I have another card that's have 4 tools.
Have 4 tools gets you 1 flax. Where's the flax? And 2 hides.
There it is.
Your hides up to 4. Okay. Any other cards?
I think I will leave it for now.
Okay.
I need to read these cards.
You do? Right. Okay. So, I didn't realise there's that. Oh, I could have done that. That would have been better. Oh, why didn't I do that? Oh, right. Okay. I am going to put 1 worker on the cultivation space, which allows me to sow 3 times. I'm going to sow some hops into there. I am going to sow some barley into there. And I am going to sow some rye into there. And then I'm going to play my first card. Hooray! Which is to have 3 planted fields in row 5. There you go. Let's put that there. So nice. I have 3 planted fields in row 5. Yeah, the reason is I delayed so long because I forgot that the fertilising space moves 2 fields up to row 5. And then as soon as you did that, I was like, oh, that's what I should have done. I could have done all this from round 1. Right, that gets me 1 hops and 1 wool. Now, I've got another card that I could play, but I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Right, your go. Tom didn't get milk or wool. What did we forget? Or is that just mentions in the chat? I think you forgot the clearing the weekly market.
For small trade. For small trade.
Yeah, small trade, right.
I will... What am I going to need? I'm going to need too many things. I think milk. Milk will let me use the cooling house. The chat is
also telling me I forgot to clear the weekly market. Did I forget to clear the weekly market? I thought I cleared all of these. But you're absolutely right. Nobody's used the weekly market this turn. So I must have forgotten to clear it. Thank you very much, Thomas. Oh no, it only clears the top row. I did do it right, yes. So it doesn't clear the whole action space. It only clears the top row that has got workers in it. So yes, we're right. Yeah, there we go. We're all good. Thank you. Didn't think I did it wrong. Right. I think that was my go, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it was my go, but then we did your milk.
Yeah, my milk got in the way. What if I did this? This could be a great big waste, but I'm going to try doing fertilizing. So that's a great big 3-worker extravaganza.
You really must want to do it then.
Okay, and I'll just move. I'll move any of these 2 up because let's move the 4s up because the 3 will. If I don't plant anything, the 3 will automatically end up there.
Sure. Okay.
And then
you get to sow something.
I have to sow something. I will sow. This was all planned. I will sow hops.
Okay.
So I have a card. I have a card that is an action space is fully occupied.
Oh right,
so
yes.
It's got this special brown background.
This is a new type of card. It's a brown
the action
background.
board.
Yeah. So you can play this. You get 2 tools. You get a hop.
And a hop.
And you get a bonus card. And the bonus card you get is 835.
835. Okay.
Right.
I will look for that.
Okay. My go. Just another thing to point out to people who is watching on the chart. Oh, take your bonus card. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. I got a bonus card as well. Ooh. Right. As I was about to say, quick note. This here, I do not have 5 hops at the moment. I'm going to get 5 hops in the harvest phase, but I do not have these resources. Okay, these are in fields, they're planted. They don't count as mine. So I have a card here for having hops. At the moment, I only have 1 hop. Okay, I don't have the 5, but I will have the 5 at the end of the round. Okay, so my go. Okay, so I think do I want to do this? Have I got the things planted that I need to have planted? Yes, I do. Right, so that's good. Oh, wow, that is amazing. Okay, I'm going to go to the clearing. I'm going to go to the clearing, and that gets me a clay and also another field on level 2. Done. Your go.
The clearing. What do I need? So I've got 3 workers.
You have 3 workers left. Yes. Russ is here. Hi, Russ. Thank you for joining in.
Hi, Russ.
Look at all those cards. What you mean? Tom's got 6 of them, and I've played 1. Yeah. But just wait till the end of this round. I will be playing some more cards.
I am going to play a card. So I have one that's have 6 tools.
Have 3, 4, or 6 tools, and you have 6. So you get a rye, a clay, and 2 bonus cards. I'm just going to stack these up now. So you get a rye.
I've got to find them. The good thing about using these brand new decks is that they're all in numerical order.
Right.
The bonus deck is shuffled.
So you've played that. So the bonus cards that you get are 818 and 815.
818, 815.
Yeah. They are your cards.
Let's see if that changes anything. 815. 81. It's coming. It's right at the bottom. There it is. Okay. So I have those to hang on to.
The chat is guessing what you're going to do next, and I think they're right.
Are they?
I think we're going to see another action space that we've not seen before.
Oh, you've preempted me. Yes, preempted my address. Yes, it's the town hall.
It's the town hall. So the town hall is a really interesting action. What you do is you move one of your craft buildings to the left. Now that sounds bad, but you get 2 jewellery for doing it, and you're going to see soon how good that 2 jewellery is going to be. Which craft building would you like to move?
I think I'll move the brew house.
Okay, there we go. Right, my go. Clearing again. I get another clay and another field at level 2. And then I'm going to play a card. So I'm going to play this card, which means I need to spend 2 fields to do it. In fact, do we? Yeah, we want to do that. And this is a bonus card. So every phase 3 from now on, I will get a new field at level 4. And it's worth 4 points at the end of the game. Right. Your go. 2 workers left.
Oh,
Nilsson's here in the chat. Hi, Nilsson. And yes, Town Hall is a great space.
It's so great. I think I'm going to do it again.
He's going to do it again. Wow. 2 more jewels.
Slide the bakehouse back.
Bakehouse goes back.
So it kind of like it's costing you workers, but it kind of pays for itself because even if you really want that building back where it was, the boulders stay where they were. So you could spend one of those 2 jewels just putting it straight away.
It's kind of a free move, isn't it?
You might be surprised by. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So it's taking a turn of yours and it's taking some workers, but it's
Oh, is this the have 5 jewellery card?
Have 5 jewellery.
Okay, I'll put that there.
And
so
do I want to?
Every phase 3, you're now going to get a meat.
I have one that's spend a jewellery and a
tool. Oh, you've got to do that.
I want to do it. Yeah, surely I need to do that because I have no real use for these tools yet.
No. So you spend the jewellery.
I got a lot of cards that gave them to me, but
that's another bonus card. Wow.
And then I'll have to have a good long think about what to
Jason's
do
back. Who's winning? Nobody. We're both on 0 points. We'll find out at the end. But Tom's winning. Tom's played 9 cards, I think, to my 2. Yeah.
I'm going card crazy.
Yeah, but you do butcher sheep, whereas I look after them, and I take care of them.
There are no animals living on my farm.
It's a farm with no animals.
There's tons of barley.
There's lots.
They're all suffocated around the barley.
Yeah, there's mountains of barley that you've built all the way round. Got rid of the sheep and just built barley mounds.
Yeah, couldn't find the sheep anymore.
You buried them under the barley. Right. Are you done? I think you are.
I think so.
So it's me. Right. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to go here and take a bonus card because that gives me the rooster, which in the game is called the start player marker or the start player token. I'm just calling it a rooster. Oh, perfect. I'm about to play that card. That's good. Right, I've got 2 workers left. Now, I don't have any tools. And I really could do with some tools. Oh, do we just... There's so many good spaces here. Like, sheep breeding is really good. Yeah, but I'd have to spend the milk to do that, and I don't think I want to spend the milk. No, I don't want to spend milk. So actually, that's no good for me. I could go there. What do I want to do, Paul? I'm going to do that. That card's going to get played. That card's going to get played. I'm going to save that. That card is going to get saved for a bit. That one's going to get saved for a bit. That one's going to get saved for a bit. I don't know. I'm tempted to go for another sheep. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go to the weekly market and let's get another sheep. So a sheep that you buy in round 3 goes on this card. And I also get a meat, which goes there. Right. So I've got no workers left. So we're done. That is phase 4 done. Spending tool and jewellery is pretty high. What did you get for it? You got good stuff for it. Yeah. You got flax and a wool every round. Right. So take your farmyard card into your hand. Your card, Tom, is 621.
621. Got it.
Phase 6. Move each empty field up 1 space and then another one up another space. So that basically goes to the top. We then harvest. So I get 5 hops, 5 barley, and 5 rye. And
can I make a card interruption before I harvest?
You can, yes.
I have no fields in rows 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, no fields in rows 2, 3, and 4. There's another bonus card. Okay. And then these 2 move down and you get 5 hops and 5 rye. Okay, I have a card, which is I have to spend 3 rye that I just harvested. So I do that, 1, 2, 3. That's another bonus card. I'm also going to play this card, which is if I have 2, 3, 4, or 5 hops, I don't have to spend them, I just have to have them. I get a field in row 5. I've not got that. I've not got that. Oh, what the heck's this? This is a new card. Oh, that is interesting. I might play that next turn. Right, there we go. I think that's it done.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, these are the...
I want to know what's on this.
These are like the B cards. Okay, where are we up to?
We just
7.
harvested and moved things down.
8. I
So
get
milk.
4 milk. Tom, your barley doesn't produce any milk, unfortunately.
Nope.
Nope.
We're still experimenting. Research continues.
Right, okay. Would you like to do your building movement thing?
Oh dear. So now we're in round 3. So
yes,
3
we're in
goods
round 3.
or 2 goods using 2 types.
Yeah.
So
Do you
you
want
can
to
get
explain
discounts now.
how this works then?
So it costs you, as you might expect, we're in round 3, so it's 3 goods for every move now. But if you use 2 different types, it only costs you 2 goods, so you get a bit of a discount.
Yeah.
Apart from the rules of the carpentry and the brew house mean that you can't take advantage of that discount.
Yeah.
Because you would be paying 1 of each, which is
not
more
allowed.
clay than rye, for example.
Yeah.
So it only benefits you on it tells you in the rule book. So the bottom 3 craft houses it's better to do them now.
Yes.
And I think is it round 5? There's another round where they're good as well.
Round 5, there's a triple discount for 3 different goods.
Yeah, so the bottom 2 are really good in round 5.
Yeah.
So, oh dear, have I left myself with stuff? So clay.
You've got 5 clay.
I just use 3 clay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use 2. No, I can pay 2 clay and a rye. I'm just not taking advantage of any discounts.
If you want
so I'll do that.
2 clay and a rye
I
to
think
move the carpentry.
I'll just go for straight up barley because I've got so much of it.
3 barley to move the brew house 1 space. Yep.
Then let's see, cooling house. So this is why I took the milk rather than the wool, because I can pay 1 meat, 1 milk,
1 meat,
and take advantage of the discount.
1 milk, get the discount. Move the cooling house 1 space to the right.
The bake house. Oh, this is where I wish I had taken a wool. The bake house, I will do a rye and a barley.
So rye and a barley. Moves that 1 space to the right. Yep. And manufacture.
And I don't want to give up this flax, but is having an extra worker. This always like the tough decision in this, that you really want your resources for things, but
yeah,
I just think it's such a waste if you don't move the community center. But then, like, how much of a waste is it? It seems like a lot of a waste. Oh, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna turn the non-bonus cards face down. There you go.
Let's see. Oh, I can just pay hide though, can't I?
You can just pay hides. You've
I'm
got
saved.
4 hides.
So I don't get a discount, so it's paying a bit more than perhaps I should, but I can just pay 3 hides.
1, 2, 3 to move the manufacturer along. Okay, are we going to see our first jewellery spending?
So, I've got so many tools. I shouldn't I? Maybe I should have done a tool for the hides. I think I'm going to I'm going to move the brew house again normally.
Okay.
I'm going to do two barley and I'm just going to do 3 barley again.
3 barley. Okay, so that brew
just
house
because the
moves
boulder
again.
doesn't need moving there.
Correct. Yep.
Oh, and maybe I'm going to do the bake house again as well for the same reason, because I don't have to move the boulder.
So you're spending a rye and a barley.
Yeah.
To move the bake house.
I think I can just about afford carpentry again. I'll just pay. I'll just pay 3 clay.
3 clay.
Yeah.
So you have to use one of your tools.
So I have to use a tool.
To move the boulder, and then carpentry moves. Yep. Yeah. You're
so
totally going to get a double move this turn.
So if I go for jewelry, and I should, it seems better to wait because you're always getting more for your jewels.
Yeah, but this is going to get you an extra worker.
Yeah. So I'll do cooling house with a jewel.
Okay. So as Tom mentioned earlier on, all of this cost that will cost you to move the craft building 1 space to the right, it's either that or 1 jewel. So 1 jewel will move a building to the right. It doesn't matter how many goods it normally costs. So you're going to spend 1 jewel and a tool to move the boulder, and the jewel jewellery to move that to there. Okay?
Yeah.
And the same for manufacture?
I'll do the same for manufacture.
Yeah.
Spend another jewel.
There, spend another jewel. And that goes to there.
Then I've got 2 tools that, again, it seems waste if you're not using them. But it would have to be, so I could just spend 1 at the brew house, which I do have resources for.
You do, yeah.
Or I could spend like 2 at the cooling house and spend a jewelry, because a cooling house is something I'm not in a very good position.
You're not. You're going to get stuck with that later on.
Yeah, you want sheep, really.
Yeah.
For both of those things. I think I'll pay 2 goods and the jewelry to do the cooling house one more time.
2 goods and a jewelry? Do you mean a tool?
Oh yeah, 2 tools and a jewelry.
Right. Yeah. So 2 tools.
Yeah. So now the jewelry box is looking empty.
These 2, and then 1 jewel. So you've got 1 jewelry left.
Yeah.
Cooling house moves to the right. Okay. Yes, the chat is telling you to do. Yeah, 2 tools.
Was that a good move?
That was a good move. According, they're all shouting jewelry and spend another jewelry and 2 tools. Yes. So
all that's guiding me is I want to play a card as well. Of course I do.
Of course.
I have a card that is pay any 3 cards from your hand.
Yeah. So any 3 cards from your hand, what you're going to get rid of?
I want to pay 1. There's 1 that wants milk. That's no good to me.
Yep.
And there's a couple that want tools that I don't really want to give up, but I think it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the idea of this bonus that it gives you a gateway card. So a bit of a basic card, but you can't complain for free.
So you're getting rid of the other 2 cards that require tools?
Yes. Even though I am Mr. Tools.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
So that's another bonus card.
So they're gone.
Okay. Are you all done?
I am, I think.
Right. Okay. Nice. My go. Okay. So it's 3 goods or 2 if you do 2 different things. And I haven't got any jewellery, so mine's going to be a lot simpler. I use 1, 2, 3 clay to move the carpentry. I use 1, 2, 3 barley to move the brew house. I use 1 meat and 2 milk to move the cooling house. I move 1 rye and 1 barley using the discount to move the bake house, and then 1 flax and 1 hide. Why am I not spending me wool? No, I'm going to spend me wool. So 1 hide and 1 wool to move the manufacture. So Tom's...
You get a discount, Paul. Chat is...
Well, I did do the discount.
You only 1 milk, they're saying, for the cool house.
2? Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah. Thank you. But my community centre only moves 1. Right. Okay, does that get me any cards? Does that get me any card play? No, and no. How am I going to get 10 sheep by the end of the game? That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems a high requirement.
10 sheep gets you 10 points at the end of the game anyway, so 10 sheep getting me 14 points is actually just a 4-point swing.
Yeah. Is it spending the sheep?
It is.
Because I had one, there's a basic card that's fewer sheep than that. I think it might be 8.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe that's good because your sheep are going to like die in 4, 5, and 6. So maybe it's a way to avoid them just dying for nothing.
True. Yep. But no, it's spending them. So.
Yeah. So rather than them just dying when you take the card away.
Yeah.
You might spend some from the stables, but you would get some points for them instead of them dying.
Rearrange your boulders.
Oh yeah.
Your boulders have been rearranged. I will rearrange mine. These +3 points that you're seeing here on this board, by the way, you will get these if at the end of the game your craft buildings are to the right of them. So extra bonus points at the end. Right, that was phase 10. So now it is the next round. We are in round 4. So we reveal another quadrant card, and this time we have revealed quadrants 1 and 3. So this goes, and that goes. And in quadrant, 1 and 3, that's this one and this one. And in quadrant 3, that goes, that goes, and that goes. There we go. Right, that's the quadrant card done. Phase 2, we get our farming card. And again, if there was any sheep on it, they would now die. And then, Tom, you've got 10 workers this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I only have 9 workers this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, but I am going first. Oh, tell you what, we've got bonus cards. So, Tom, we'll go through your bonus cards. You can plant the flax. Where would you like to plant the flax?
Can I do them in a different order?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, any order except that one last.
Okay.
I would like to gain the flax and the wool first.
So you gain a flax and a wool.
Because I have a card.
Have 7 flax.
That would like me to have 7 flax.
Which
because then that can kick off immediately.
Okay, and get you another flax. Yep.
And then I get a gateway card.
You get a gateway card, which is 116.
116. Okay, and I can sow something. I'm
just thinking, is that right? If you play an action card in phase 3, you get the benefit of it in phase 3.
Yeah, it does. I had a quick look. It does specifically say that you can do that.
I thought so. That's done, that's done, that's done.
So then a meat.
Meat, yep.
Sow a flax, which I think, let's... So if it's in my... Did you say if it's in your crops, it still counts as you having 1?
No, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count, so it's only what's in your inventory. And I'll put it in the 5. Mm-hmm. I was thinking because the card I just drew wants me to have a specific number of flax. So it's just in my supplies. And then sow something else. I think I will sow the rye in the other 5.
Okay, right. My bonus cards, I get a field at level 4. And I can plant some rye. So I will. There you go. Right. That's the bonus cards. Now it is actions with me going first. Okay, so I definitely need to do the small trade to prolong the life of this sheep, because otherwise it's going to die. I get 2 crops, and I'm going to take... oh, this is terrible. I'm going to take some... What are we going to take? I'm going to take some barley. And I'm going to take some rye. I get a milk or a wool, and I'm going to say that that's milk. And I've done the sheep. So that's it. That's me done. Your go.
Okay. Oh, my special fertilizing action is unavailable.
It is.
Oh no. What am I going to do without my go-to thing? So, small trade. So what would I like? I'd like some crops. Let's see. I've got 2 fields. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to do farming and have a level 5. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah. Okay, you get a level 5 field. Yeah, because farming for me is like...
Oh yeah, you get to plant 4 things, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Right, back to me again.
You can guess which planting action I've got my eye on.
Yes. Cultivation, which is what I'm thinking of doing. So I think I will. I'll cultivate. So we're going to plant the barley in the 4. We're going to plant the flax in the 5. And we're going to plant the rye in the 4. Okay, your go.
What am I doing? I'm going to go in the... No, I'm not. I'm going to go for A busy weekend.
Okay, it's a busy weekend. Would you like milk or wool?
I will have milk.
Mm-hmm. And then you can sow 2 things.
I will sow a hops in the number 5.
Yeah.
And what don't I have a lot of? Also, surprisingly, I haven't got much barley.
You've only got 3 barley.
Where will that go?
So you use one of it.
I'll plant that in a number 4.
Yeah. Okay. 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 So I think I'm going to do that, which means I'm probably going to do that. Yeah. Okay. Definitely need some tools. Absolutely need some tools this turn. Yeah, right. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here. I don't have anything in the way of jewellery. We're struggling for clay. Clay is a problem. Neither of us have any clay. So I'm going to go to the clay delivery space, which gets me 4 clay because it's clay equal to the round number. Oh no, I've got 1 clay. I now have 5 clay. Okay, your go. Oh, Tony's just popped in from Hawaii. Hi, Tony. Thank you for joining in.
I'm going to go... Where am I going to go? I'm going to go nursery?
Yeah.
Yeah, nursery.
3 clay or 3 crops? I guess 3 crops.
I'll take crops.
Yeah.
I will take... Oh, no. I worked this out wrong. 8. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to have to take 3 flax. Yes, I have worked it out wrong. I'm glad I went there. Okay. I was going to go small trade, because now I will play a card.
You've got 10 flax.
Interesting enough. I've got 10 flax. I need flax equal to the number in my window.
Which is 10.
So I needed 10 exactly. So I think there's probably a more clever way of doing that I could probably harvest that 5 and then spend just enough in the phase 9, but I can't think that far ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that card is played.
3 now.
I've given you the 3 rye. That card has gone and you get a bonus card, which is card 833.
833.
What other card have you got in your hand at the moment?
I've got 621. It wants me to have some hops.
Okay. I just had it here and thought, have I accidentally put it with mine? Right.
833, wasn't it?
Yeah, 833. It's the one that requires you to have a number
no
of
chance of that.
Yeah, forget that.
Where's my discard card gone?
Yeah. Right. 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this might work. This might just work. So it's clay delivery again for another 4 clay. There you go. Your go.
Okay, I'm going to go for a bonus card.
So that's here, getting you the rooster. You've drawn card 830.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to take... I'm going to take farming and get another level 5 field. Back to you. I said I was going to get tools this round. I don't think I'm going to get tools this round. Too many things I want to do.
Yeah, it's just, I had a lot of workers to start this with, and now when I look at what I would really need, it's nothing at all. Go. Let's try it. So clay delivery is 4, isn't it?
Clay delivery is 4.
Either way, I think. Yeah, I shouldn't have slept on the clay delivery.
No.
I will go for. Yeah, let's go for clay delivery.
Okay.
So I'll get
3
4
workers on there. Gets you 4 clay.
That's another bit of advice the rulebook gives you of don't be without clay.
Yeah. Right, I've got 2 workers left, and I'm going to go on cultivation, and I'm going to plant the barley in there, the hops in there, and then I'm going to reduce that hops down to there, and I'm going to plant another one in there, and then I'm going to play this card, which says have 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 planted fields. I have 7 planted fields, so I get 4 wool, nice. And I get a bonus card. Let's see what we get. Is that any good? Oh, that would have been awesome. Right, I'm going to do it. Yes, I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to do it. I'm now going to play another card, which means I have to get rid of a sheep. So I'm going to get rid of this one because it's quite old and about to die. I get 2 hides, I get 2 meat, and I get another 2 wool. Okay, and then I'm going to play this card, which cost me 2 meat, and I now get a sheep every phase 3. Yes. I think I'm done. There we go. Right.
Okay.
I am all done. I am out of workers. You have 2 workers left.
What am I going to do with those 2 workers?
Oh, you should have your tools.
I think I'm going to sell some land.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to sell my empty land.
Yep. Gets you a jewellery.
For a jewel and
3 clay.
3 clay. And I have a card that would like me to have 7 clay.
If you have 7 clay, you get a clay every round. Wow.
Let's just get those bonuses out. So MeWe has clarified my card that wanted me to have a specific number of flax. I could have had more. Like it's not.
Okay, so when it says a specific number, it means at least like that number.
At least that, yeah.
Okay, so it does say on here a number of flags equal to the number of window. It should say at least equal to the number of window.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
So
that's
all of my workers, isn't it? So
you got 1 left.
That is me done.
You got 1.
Have I? Oh, was land sale free? Oh, I am not keeping my board up to date.
Yeah.
So, what can I do? I can't do any butchery.
Nope. You could do sheep breeding, but you haven't got any milk. So you can take a gateway card or a farming card.
Gateway or a farming card.
Or a tool.
Or a tool. Well, I think let's be brave and have a farming card.
Okay. You draw card number 630.
Ooh. Okay.
Which requires you to have 6 planted fields.
Oh, not a million miles away. Shouldn't have sold that field.
Shouldn't have sold the field. Right, that's the end of phase 4. Phase 5, we both get our farmyard cards. So your card, Tom, is 628.
Okie doke.
Okay. Now we do phase 6. So all empty fields go up by 1. Nobody's got any empty fields. Now we harvest the fields. So you get 5 flax, 5 rye, 5 barley, 5 hops and 4 barley. I'm actually going to put these off to the side now.
Oh, I have now. This is luck of the cards to the extreme. The card I just drew is harvest 1 of each plantable thing.
And you've just done that.
So yeah, that was not intentional in any way because I didn't have the card. But yeah, I've just done that.
Okay, so that gets
up to 3 of the 4. It means. Oh wait, what does up to 3 fields mean?
No. So this card is have that planted and you get to harvest them.
Oh, what? Oh, so I could have harvested them early, and what would? Oh, and I could have planted more in.
Yes.
Okay, so I could play it to get the bonus card, or I could wait and do it in the. It's probably better to wait and do it in the future, isn't it?
Wait and do it next round.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get the barley, the hops, the rye. Yeah, there isn't quite enough space to store all of the resources on here.
Yeah, I thought that it needs. There's a lot of stacking of things going on.
Yeah. That goes there, and then these all come down 1. There you go. Right. Okay,
I do have one. I might as well play now. That is have 10 hops that I've just got.
10 hops, which is
and get 3 jewels.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you've played a lot of cards this game. Right. Let's check my cards, actually. Have I got that, that, and that? No, I haven't. Oh, I'm just short on that. And have I got that? No, I don't want to do that. And do I want to do this? Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play this card, which is to spend 2 fields. I get 14 food, 14 meat, minus the number in the window. The number in the window is 9, so I get 5 meat. And I also get 2 bonus cards for doing that.
Chat is clarifying it's give up 10 hops. That makes much more sense because it's you're getting jewels. So I'll still do it.
You still do it? Thank you. Thank you,
I
chat.
do not have no hops.
Oh, yes, it's got the arrow on it. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense because jewelry is crazy powerful to
It
just
is.
have 10 hops.
It is. Okay, I've just drawn a couple of cards. So I am actually going to play one of them, which is spend 3 clay. I've got another bonus card. Right. So we're all done with the harvesting. We now get 1 milk for every sheep we have. So I get another 3 milk. And now, over to the spending of goods to move the buildings.
Oh dear.
Off you go.
Okay then, so carpentry, let's see, round 4, so...
It's 4 goods of 1
3
type,
goods if you're using 2 types.
which you can now do.
Yes.
3 goods. It could be 2 clay and a rye.
So I'll do 2 clay and a rye for sure.
2 clay and a rye to move it 1 space.
Brewhouse, I've given up my hops, so it's just going to have to be 4
barley.
Barley.
Yeah, so that moves to there.
Cooling house we'll wait on because I've already done that.
Yeah.
But I do have the meat and milk to do it. It makes I can't plant meat or milk, so I'm just going to spend them to move it. Might as well.
It's 2 meat and 1 milk.
Yeah.
To move the cooling house.
The bakehouse, unfortunately, I can only spend 1 flax.
Yes.
So I'll definitely spend that. Do you get the discount if you use more than 2 types?
Yeah.
I assume so. Yeah.
Again, that should be at least 2 types.
Yeah. So I'll spend 2 rye. Got a lot more rye than barley.
Along. Yeah.
And then the bottom, I've got a wool, so I might as well spend that. And then I'll spend 2 flax.
Flax?
Did I need all of this flax for something? What am I doing?
I don't know.
I think I needed it at some point. Oh yeah, and I keep planting it for free, don't I?
Yeah.
It's just like, what was the plan there?
Right. Do you want to move anything else?
Moving things further. I should. So I've got clay, haven't I? So I can do 5 clay. I'll do 2 clay and a rye.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a tool.
And a tool. Yeah.
Let's see, what's my barley situation? Barley would be a lot.
You got 2 barley.
Let's see, could I do the others? Because maybe that's worth a jewel. I'll do, for the bakehouse, I'll do a flax, definitely.
Yeah.
And then 2 rye.
1,
so that's another tool.
And another tool to move the boulder to there, and that goes to there.
And then manufacture, I will do a hide and 2 flax.
Yeah.
So that's another tool.
And another tool to move another boulder.
So I feel like I should spend a jewel
and
a tool to do the brew house.
To move the brew house.
And then I've got this tool just floating. It will be another jewel for the cooling house, but I'm probably going to have to spend a jewel no matter what at the cooling house.
You are.
So I think I will spend a jewel and my last tool to do the cooling house.
Okay, so that moves to there, that moves to there. Let's just have a resource check to make sure we've got it right. I've got your 9 flax, 3 clay, 2 rye, and 2 barley.
Yep.
And 3 jewellery. All good. Right. Me. Well, I don't have any jewellery, so I'm only... I don't have any tools, so I'm only moving things 1 space, but that's fine. So I'm going to use I'm going to move the carpentry by spending 1 clay and 2... No, other way round. 2 clay and 1 rye. Yeah, 2 clay and 1 rye for that. The brew house, I am spending 1 hop and 2 barley to move that to there. The cooling house, I do not need the meat, so I will spend 2 meat and 1 milk to move that to there. The bakehouse, I will spend, what do I need? I need that, that and that. So yeah, 3 goods using 2 types. So I think I will spend a rye and a barley and a flax. I'll just spend 1 of each. It's fine for the bakehouse. And then manufacture is going to be, I don't think I need this wool at all. No. So I spend 2 wool and a hide for the manufacture. Okay. Should Tom's house move? Yes, it should. Thank you. There you go. And my house moves as well. Except Tom's is now 2 spaces ahead of me. Right, that's it. We've done with all the movement. So let's move the boulders. Also, your boulders are getting quite far ahead. And that
one boulder has dropped off the cliff.
It has. You've pushed it all the way off. Whereas I'm
so
way
it could
behind on this.
if I used like the town hall to move it back, and then I never moved it forward again, the boulder could come back.
Oh, it can it? Right. Okay.
Yeah, it says that in the rule book, I think, or am I making that up? But I don't see why you would leave it back.
No, I don't think
unless you'd moved one insanely far forward and you just didn't care.
Yeah. Okay.
You've just been concentrating on one time. You haven't moved the town hall at all, but the cooling
round
is all
5.
the way to the end.
So, the penultimate quadrant card tells us to remove workers from quadrants 1 and 4. So sheep shearing goes, the top row of clay delivery goes, top row of farming goes. Okay, and then quadrant 4 is the top row of fertilising, that one, the top row of the tool shed, top row of the sheep market, and the top row of the town hall. Okay, so that's the board done. Tom, you get 12 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only have 10 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we do bonuses. Okay, so I'll go through them left to right because I don't think it matters now.
No, it was just that one thing where I specifically wanted.
Right. You get a clay. You can now plant a flax.
I'll do that. Let's put it in the 4.
Okay. You get a meat. You get a flax and a wool. You can sow something.
I will sow barley in another 4.
So that goes down to there. That goes to there. You draw a gateway card, which is card number 129. And then you get a flax. Okay, my bonus cards. I get a rye. I get a clay. I can plant rye, so I'll move that down to 2 and plant that there. I get a new field on level 4. I'll put that there. And I get a sheep. Now, any sheep that you get in rounds 4, 5 or 6 actually go right down at the bottom of your board, which is in your stables. They are basically permanent because the game ends after round 6. So that goes there. Right, that's the bonuses done. I have an extra worker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, well spotted. I can't count. Action phase. It's you first. I don't know. You can't get away with anything with these people.
No.
You're like a hawk. Russ is saying he loves this game, but it's definitely a long game. I don't think it is.
I think we're doing all right. It's probably taking a little. Yeah, it's probably a little bit longer. Well, we had a little teach at the start, we are playing remotely. Yeah. Probably maybe started a little later. I think our first 2-player game was 90 minutes.
Yeah. I think you could play this solo
that's both being brand new
in an hour. Yeah.
What am I going to do though? Let's see. I have messed up. I think. Well, not massively, but I think it was daft to have played that hops card.
Okay.
When I didn't need the jewellery.
Right.
And I've left myself without hops now.
Right.
Because I want to plant one of everything. So I think how are we gonna work that out. I'm going to start out with some farming and grab a level 5 field.
Okay, so 2 workers in there gets you a level 5 field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. What do I want to do? Look at all these options. There are so many options. So I've got my milk. 5, 9, yeah, and I'm going to get more milk. So milk is fine. Milk is absolutely fine. I definitely need to be doing some kind of sewing, but do we just want the busy weekend? Is 2 going to be enough? I think it is. I think 2 is going to be enough. But what are you going to do next? That is the question. That is the question.
I don't know.
I mean, I definitely need tools this round. I know I said it last round, and I probably said it the round before. I definitely need tools this round. So yeah, I'm going to go for a busy weekend. That gets me, I'm going to take a milk, and I'm going to sew 2 things. I'm going to sew a flax into a 4, and so that's that. That's that. Oh, this is, yeah, okay. And I'm going to sew a barley into another 4. Yeah. Oh, I've got all sorts of stuff here. Right, you'll go.
I need to go to, let's see, I'm going to go to small trade just because I don't want to spend the extra worker for the nursery.
Okay.
I'll get 2 crops. One
crops
will
would you
definitely be hops.
Yeah. Because you got no hops.
No. And then maybe I should take another one. No, let's have a rye. Why not? And then
milk or wool?
And then a milk or a wool. I'll have a milk. Although it feels doubtful to me that I'm going to be able to honestly pay for the cooling house this round.
And then one of your sheep gains +1 round, but you can't do that. So me next. I think I'm going to go to the land sale. I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to get my first jewellery, and I get 3 clay. Okay, you'll go.
I'm going to go to the tool shed, and this might be a massive waste of time. I'm grabbing a field.
Level 4 field. Put it there. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I think we can do this. Oh, but then do I want to do that? Oh, but then I could do that. That's going to work. Oh, but will you do that? Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to take a points card, and I'm going to steal the rooster. Right, now, I'm going to play a card, which means I have to discard 2 point scoring cards from hand. This is the one that I thought was quite exciting, because I've never seen one of these before. So yeah, I throw away 2 point scoring cards from hand. So I'm going to throw away these 2, because I don't want them. And I get a gateway card, and I get 2 bonus cards.
That's nice.
Right, I will be having a look at these while you take your turn.
What am I doing? I want to do that and that. I'm probably not going to get to do that. I'm going to have a gateway card.
Okay, you've drawn card 1, 2, 3, and you steal the rooster back.
Well, have I still got 6 tools? I think I might just hand this straight in.
You've got 5.
Have I got 5? Oh, I must have spent 1 for something. I'll hang on. What round is it?
5.
5. Oh, double the round number. I was just thinking I could do that milk card, but there's no chance of that. I'm probably not going to get another tool anytime soon. I'm just going to hand that straight in. Yeah. 4 tools for 2 milk and a bonus card.
2 milk and a bonus card. So the bonus card that you get is card 809. And you get 2 milk, putting you up to 3 milk. Whew. Right, okay. I've got all sorts of stuff going on here. I am going to play a bonus card that just requires me to have 6 wool. I have 8 wool, so I'm going to put that bonus card into play. I'm going to play another card that requires me to spend a field. So I'm going to spend this field. I get 3 barley. 3 rye. 1, 2, 3. And 1 hop. Okay, that's another card done. So how many... That's a bonus card. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, okay. I'm then going to play another card that says if I have 1, 3, or 4 farming cards in play, I've actually got 4. So I get 3 meat and 2 milk. So 3 meat and 2 milk. Yeah, this is crazy, these resources. This needs to be bigger, this area. Definitely needs to be bigger. I then play another card that requires me to have 7 barley and 5 hops, which I have. So that's another bonus card in play. I'm going to have to just put these here. Okay, now it's all happening. Haven't quite got that yet. And do we want to do this? No, I don't think I do want to do that. Right, that's it for my card play. But it's actually my turn. So where am I going to go? It was there and there. So I'm going to go sheep breeding. So this is an action space we've not used before. I am actually going to spend 4 milk and I get 2 sheep. 1, 2. There you go. Okay.
You've been reminded, Paul, that you need tools.
Yes. Thank you. I haven't forgotten, honestly.
I am extravagantly farming. It's another big 3.
Well,
actually, any sowing is going to need 3 people right now.
Yeah. So you might as well do the big one.
I definitely need... I'm going to put hops in 4.
Hops in a 4.
I will put barley in a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put rye in the other 2.
So that one goes there, and then you use that one to get another one of these, which goes in there.
Yeah, so I've now got 6 planted fields.
You do.
So I get a hide, a meat, and a wool, and a bonus card.
So a hide, a meat, and a wool. And the bonus card that you draw is bonus card 823, which you won't be playing.
823. I'll have a look for that in a sec because I've just realised the benefit of my card of have 3 things planted. The benefit is that they will be fallow for the later phase of the round, won't they?
Yeah.
So also you could use the goods if you wanted to.
Yes. Yeah. But, I could do that card right now because I need 7 flax.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will harvest up. I have 1 of everything planted, so I will harvest.
You're going to play the card.
I'll play the card. I'll harvest the 5 barley.
Yeah.
Might as well, because then it can go back up. And then...
does that mean it moves down?
Yeah, it moves down as normal.
But it will move up at the end of the turn.
Later on, it'll move up again, yeah. I'll do the hops will go down. Well, they're all going to go down, aren't they? It doesn't particularly matter, I don't think, which I do now because I'm not using the resources. I'll do the rye, the 4 rye, so that'll go down to 3.
Okay, and you get a bonus card, which is
what was my first bonus card number? I've completely forgotten.
Your first bonus card was 823.
Okay.
And your next bonus card is 808.
I'll have a look for those. 823. I think I've done my action though, so I'll if I want to do it, I think I'll do it in a sec. Okay. I've forgotten it again, Paul. 823 was the first one.
823, which requires 2
sheep. I didn't forget it. I was lying. 2 sheep.
2 sheep.
Who's got 2 sheep in this game?
And 808 is the next one.
Right, I've got them now.
Right, I've gone on sheep shearing. I get 6 wool. So 5, 6, and one of my sheep gets their life extended. Your go.
I do for some reason fancy just planting things again. I can't afford that though. Good, because I think it would be a waste. Let's see. I could get a sheep to work towards those things. Oh, what do I want to do? If I get sheep and a hide, I could do the card I just got. I do have card fever. Or I'm going to go for the town hall.
So 2 workers on the town hall. Which craft building would you like to move to the left?
My cooling.
The only one you can.
Yep, my cooling house. Because I could always just put it straight back.
Yeah. Now then.
Probably would have to. Oh, I've got some milk. Where's that come from?
You've got 3.
Some card somewhere along the line.
Some card somewhere got you.
Thank
some
you,
milk.
card.
So I'm tempted to use the butchery and then get 2 tools with my last 2 things, which probably isn't enough. 2 tools is definitely not enough, but that's a lot of meat and hides there, and that sheep is going to die anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1 on the butchery. I'm going to get rid of this 1 sheep here, and I get 4 meat. I'll just move that to there and that to there, and I get 2 hides. And then I'm going to ditch those 2 for 2 tools. Right, that's me done. You're done?
Yep.
Phase 5. I get my farmyard card. Ooh. Ooh, now. Oh, I'll get you yours while I'm thinking. Yours is 610.
610.
Do I want to play this? Kind of wish I hadn't got rid of that sheep now.
I wish I'd planted more hops now.
Because this is 2. Fields do get you something at the end of the game, don't they? They get you...
Yeah, the level that they're at is
yeah.
added to your goods and your tools that you didn't spend.
I'm going to do this.
In the 6th round, your tools don't exhaust, they get spent.
I am going to spend 2 sheep, so that's that one and that one, to get 2 level 4 fields. Okay, and a bonus card. And the bonus card is for having 6 hops, which I do easily. So that can go into play. Right, okay.
I think I'm going to play mine as well. Okay. Mine is spend 3 hops.
Spend 3 hops, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
And I get a level 5 field, but I'm more excited by the potential bonus card.
Level 5 field, and the bonus card you draw is
not sheep or milk this time. 807.
807.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute after the harvest, I think.
Right. So we are now in phase 6. All empty fields move up 1. And then one of yours moves up another 1. So you got 3 on level 5 and 1 on level 4.
Yeah.
Then we harvest our planted fields. So I get that, that, and that, and those 3 move down 1. You get 4 flax, 4 barley, 3 rye, and then those move down 1. Okay, and at that point, I am going to play for having 2, 5, or 7 each of flax, barley, and rye, which I have. I get 1 hop. I get 1 clay, I'm sure you're not supposed to have as many resources as this. And I get 2 bonus cards. Okay. I'm going to play this bonus card, which is spend a wool to put this into play. I am definitely running out of space here. I'll just kind of stack them. And that one is, if I had 3 jewellery, which I don't. Right, okay. Have you got any cards you want to play?
I'm going to give up a 3 field and a 2 field. So I have to give up 2 fields for the bonus card I drew.
Which gets you
so
a sheep.
It's only going to go off once, but it's going to get me a sheep
That's
without
3
an
points.
action. And it's 3 points, yeah. And
1 milk for every sheep.
Else.
So I get 3 more milk. Right, off we go then. Moving the buildings.
Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, so I left myself some clay. That's a good sign. So round 5. So it's
We're
5 goods. 4 goods if you're
goods.
spending 2 things. And now we've got the extra discount. 3 goods if you use all 3 types.
All 3 types.
That's only for the bottom 2. So let's see. So 4 goods using 2 types, but I have to use more clay than rye. So it has to be 3 clay, 1 rye.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
So
3
1,
clay.
2, 3 clay and 1 rye. Moves your carpentry 1 space to the right. Okay.
Do I give up on hops again? I'll have to waste time getting them if I do. I think I will use them. So it's 3, 2, 3. Now let's just do. Yeah, it's 3 barley and 1 rye, isn't it? Or 5 barley. I do have loads of barley. I'm going to do 5 barley.
So 1, 2,
hops,
3, 4,
rye.
5 barley.
So that leaves me with 4. Is that
4.
right?
Yep. That moves the brew house. Okay.
Then cooling house I can actually pay for.
You can.
That's a miracle. Let's. I don't know. Let's do all my 3 milk. Oh, can I? I don't think I can do it again, honestly. Can I? No, I've got 5 things. There's no way. I'll do all my milk and a meat.
So 1, 2, 3 milk and a meat. Moves your cooling house 1 to the right. Yep.
The bake house, we'll do 1 of each, surely. 1.
So I'll just move those 3 down.
And then manufacture, I've got a wool. I've only got 1 hide, unfortunately.
You do?
Wool, hide, and a flax. Let's do that once. So I think for moving things extra, I'm going to look at these bottom ones first, because this is the best round for them.
Yes.
So,
Should the boulders have moved back when Tom used the town hall? No. So boulders don't move back when you move the building. They only get reset in phase 10.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I'll do the bakehouse again then. So that's flax, barley, rye, and that's 1 tool.
Flax, rye, barley, and a tool to move the bakehouse. Yep.
Manufacture. I don't have a hide, but I will spend a wool just so I can get a discount. So it's going to be a wool and then 3 flax.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and another tool.
Another tool, yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's see. What do I have? I only have 2 barley, so it's going to be jewels for everything else, isn't it? And well, so it's not really necessary because you don't get any more than 12 workers. Everything else is points from here on out.
Yeah.
But
it's still pretty good.
I've got 3 tools, and it seems like a waste not to use them.
Okay.
So
2 tools and 2 jewellery. Moves.
So they'll do the carpentry and the brew house.
That one. Yeah.
Or maybe I should just do 1 twice. Because now I've got this spare tool that won't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you were to spend another jewellery now, you'd move the cooling house. Oh,
I could move the cooling house. I could move.
I
will do that actually. I'll move the cooling house twice. So that'll be my last tool.
Oh yeah. So once, twice, using the other tools. Nice. So that moves to there. So your end game points is already 34. Plus 3.
30 and 3, if I leave that there.
At the moment.
It goes up to 70 if you move your hall the whole way.
Right, okay. Now, for me, this isn't going to be anywhere near as good. I've definitely got the tools too late. But, you know.
Get those sheep dragging the building forward.
That's what I could do, yeah. Come on, sheep. Right, okay, so first thing is we are on round 5, so I can spend 3 clay, 1, 2, 3, and a rye to move that to there. Okay, I can then spend 1, 2, 3, and a hops to move that to there. Milk, I need to make sure I end the game with 14 milk, which I'm probably going to have. So this is going to be 3 meat and a milk to move that along to there. Okay, bakehouse is going to be 1 of each. So that's a flax, a rye, and a barley to move that to there. And then the manufacture is going to be a hides, a wool, and a flax, which moves that to there. Okay, so I have 2 tools, so I am going to use the 2 tools. It's just, yeah, which ones am I going to move? I'll probably move the cooling house because it's cheaper to move it this round. So yeah, so 1 tool to move that boulder, and then it's going to be 4 goods, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 meat and a milk to move the cooling house to there. And then I will also, I think I might move the carpentry. Yeah, carpentry is going to be 1, 2, 3 clay and 1 rye, and the other tool to move that to there and that to there. Okay, so that is all of the buildings moved. The boulders don't move into the last phase. Yes. Rearrange the boulders. So yeah, this is the point in the game where the boulders get rearranged so that they are always 2 and then 4 spaces away. So another boulder pushed off. So the cooling house goes, yeah, look at that. You're on track for those 70 points, aren't you?
We don't want these boulders around.
Get them off. Right, we are now on the last round of the game. So, first phase, we clear quadrants 2 and 4, which if we were card counting, we would know that that was there. So we clear off the butchery, top row of the nursery, top row of the busy weekend, top row of the clearing, and the farmyard card. That's 2. And 4 is this one. So fertilising, tool shed, town hall, sheep market, and the points card. Okay, that's that done. Your last farming card, and you get 12 workers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I get my last farming card, and I get 11 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, we got our tools back. So any tools that you spend this round are actually lost. Yeah, they've finally given up. They've lasted for 6 years. Right, bonuses. So your bonuses, you get a clay. You can plant a flax. Well, I'll do your getting your flax, and then you can plant a flax. That's probably the easiest way to do it in. Or in fact, you get 2 flax. So you've got that and you've got that. I'll give you the wool as well. I'm going to rearrange these cards into the order in which we're going to do them.
So a flax, 2 flax and a wool, and I've planted the flax.
Where are you planting the flax?
I'll put it in
a 5?
A 5, yeah.
Okay, so we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Now you get to sow something somewhere.
I will sow a hops in a 5.
Yeah. Then you get a gateway card, which is card number 102.
Oh, nice and easy.
Which you can play immediately.
Getting it. I don't know about... 8 Oh yeah, I've got loads of flax, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant! I needed a sheep. Yes, I'll play that.
Okay, so there you go. You play that. You get a sheep. And then you get a meat. Oh, and you also get another sheep. I forgot this bonus card up here.
Clay, meat, another sheep. So
Suddenly
I've got
2 sheep.
a bonus. I've got a bonus card that wants me to have 2 sheep.
Yeah.
So I can play that and get a third sheep.
And get a third sheep.
Suddenly, who is Mr. Sheep?
Yeah. Nice. It's the 5 points as well. That's really good.
That is massive.
Yeah.
Just for having 2 sheep.
Yeah. All right, my bonus cards. I get a barley. I get a sheep. I get a wool. I get a rye. And I get a clay. I can plant a rye, which I will. I get a new field in level 4. Go there. I get another meat there, and I get another rye, which goes to there. Right, that's our bonuses done. We now have the last.
I think I might actually. Can I put another one out?
Of course you can.
I've got this one that wants me to spend 2 tools.
Yeah.
It's not a great big reward. It's just a barley and a flax, and it's points which are nice. But I've just worked out that at most I need 4 tools.
Yes, you do.
I've got 5 right now, so as long as I leave myself a worker, I'll put one aside, and then guaranteed I will forget why I put it aside.
So you get a hop and a barley.
A hop and a barley.
Yeah. Okay. I've spent your tools, and I will move one of your workers, and I'll put it here. Okay. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 2 tools, so I need another 8. So I'm not going to be doing very much this round. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Off we go then. I've played far more cards than I've ever played before, and I guess you have as well.
Yeah.
That's an insane
way
amount
more
of cards. Yeah.
Definitely. I tried to step it up the second time, but still nowhere near this many. And like after, we'll talk about it at the end, but after what we thought the first time, like I can kind of see we were completely wrong about cards.
Yeah.
Right. Who's got the cockerel?
You have.
Okay. What am I going to do with it, Paul?
What, the cockerel?
Yeah. I'm gonna let's town hall first.
Okay.
Let's move that cooling house back.
Goes onto there. You get 2 jewellery.
Some
you
jewels.
move the cooling house back. Okay.
Yes.
That's nice and easy. Right. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm actually doing anymore. I kind of lost the plot a little bit. I mean, I've got billions of resources. I've just completely and utterly overloaded on resources. I'm going to get another 4 milk before the end of the game. That is going to give me the 14 that I need to get the bonus points. I don't know whether I should just be taking points cards because I've got so many resources that will actually give me something at the end to do. So I think I will.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to take a points card and let's see what we get. Okay, well, that's useless. That's completely useless.
That's the risk you take.
Spend 4 tools. Yeah, no thank you. I'm going to be using all of my tools to move my boulders. Right, okay. Your go.
I'm tempted by a points card now you said that. But I'm just thinking for the cards I have remaining, it's doubtful they're going to get used that much. I could do one of them. Let's go to the butchery while it's empty.
Okay.
And I'll give one of my... They didn't last long.
You didn't last long. You had 2, then you got rid of them, you exchanged them for another one, and now you're getting rid of that one.
They should know not to give me... They should know not to sell me sheep.
So you get 4 meat and 2 hides.
2 hide. I'm going to spend that 2 hide straight away for my possibly final bonus card.
Okay, yeah.
Just to get it out. It's worth some
3 points. Yeah. Right, so I've just worked out that I've only got 2 workers left. But if I want to move this carpentry, like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, I'm going to need so much clay, it's scary. And I just simply don't have that much clay. So I don't think I'm going to be able to move everything to the end. But I'm going to move them as far as I can, which probably means me having 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That means me having 5 tools. So I need to save 5 workers for the 5 tools that I need. Oh no, I've got 2, so I only need 3 workers. Oh no, because the first one you move is free. The second one you move costs 1 tool. The third one you move costs 2 tools. So I'm actually only going to be able to move these 2 spaces. Unless I have 15 tools, which I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
So each of these is only going to move 2 spaces. So I only need these, which means, oh, I should have taken the rooster. Not that it matters. Yeah, Paul needs 9 more tools. No. Oh, Isaac's in the chat. Hi, Isaac. No,
Hi,
Paul needs more. Because, yeah, so each of these, I move that to there, then that's a tool, then that's 2 tools. So it's actually 3 tools for each line. So I need 15 in total. I've got 2. So I need 13 more tools in order to be able to do everything. And I don't have... Yeah. I don't have that. So... Here's a thing that I think I'm going to do. Oh, wow.
Isaac says 9 tools will get you to advance the house 3 times.
Yeah, but not every house.
Oh, as well as the 2 you've already got.
Yeah, so that's 11. How will 11... Let's just go through this. That moves to there, doesn't cost me any tools. That costs me 1. That costs me 2. So it's 3 tools to move it 3 spaces. So I'm not sure how.
I think you only need to move, so that for the first space of the house moving, you only need to move, you don't need to move that one. You need to move...
Oh, I see what you mean.
Brewhouse,
these 2 are
bakehouse,
already ahead.
and manufacture. Yeah.
Right, okay, so you're right. It's 3 for that one, 3 for that one, 3 for that one, which is 9, 10, 11.
Yeah. So,
right, okay.
Yeah, 11 altogether.
So that means I need another 9 tools, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, that only leaves me 1 worker left. But the points difference is pretty huge. I'm just going to have a look now. If I was to move it... Yeah, the points difference is 16 points. So that's quite a lot of points, isn't it? 16 is definitely quite a lot. I could just do that. I could just have a very, very unusual last round of the game and just do 1 more thing and then use lots of tools. I might not have the resources. The problem is I don't have the mental capacity right now to actually plan this out. Because I literally need to plan out absolutely everything.
I'll say that there is, like, if you say moved just 4 instead of all 5, then it's only 4 points less, I think.
Right.
Oh,
you because get the 3 points. 3s. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as long as it would move onto a 3 space, but then that's a whole other load of
the other thing that they're saying in the chat is, do I actually have the resources to move the carpentry 3 times? I don't think I do, because it's 5 goods using 2 types, which would be 3 clay and 2 rye, and then I'm out of clay. I've only got 4
You only
clay.
need to do that 2 more times. Have you got 4 clay? Yeah.
But I do have a jewel.
To...
Yeah. I have the jewels to do it. It's just I don't know whether I can move all of the other stuff. I might just do it anyway, because I don't think I'm going to win this. But yeah, this is interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sheep market, and I'm going to get another sheep and a hides, and then I'm going to trade my other 9 workers for 9 tools. There you go. I'm done. Quickest round ever.
What am I going to do?
Well, what I would say, Tom, is you play the rest of round 6, and I will go somewhere else. Unfortunately, I'm needed here to move all of your bits around.
Yeah. So let's see.
What? I mean, that's my fault because I haven't been collecting tools all game. That I've just splurged at the end.
Well, I haven't had to spend, like, that's something we'll see in the points, I guess. But I haven't had to spend a single worker on tools. I don't know if they're in the beginner set because we've only played it a couple of times, but I don't think I've had cards, especially not. Did I have like 3 cards right
had some
away?
cards, I think they gave you tools.
Rewarded
Yeah.
me from tools, and then gave me rewards for having so many tools.
Yeah.
That there was that. So I need to go to the tool shed and get 4 clay.
So 2 workers onto the tool shed gets you 4 clay. Okay.
Yeah, and then let's. So it feels like you might as well plant things if you can.
Yeah.
I will. Or I could. Well, let's gamble. Let's go for a points card.
Okay. So 2 workers on here gets you the rooster back. Gets you a points card, which is card number 904, which requires you to have 6 gateway cards in play.
Does that mean have played them?
Yes. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you have them.
I'll play that then.
Yeah.
That's a bit of luck. That's another thing as well that you. What did
Sometimes
your
you can
one
get
need you
lucky.
to have?
Yeah. I'll just put it here.
And I've got these. So I will. There might be something better that I can do, but just for the sake of, let's be quick about this. The fertilizing, I'll move my non-5s.
Can you say it in a Somerset accent?
No.
Okay, so move that to there and that to there.
What is fertilizing in a Somerset accent?
Fertilizing. Yeah.
Fertilizing.
Fertilizing, I think.
I will plant. Oh, I don't know. Barley. Barley surely is.
So 1 barley goes down to there.
Than the others.
That goes up to there.
And then I'll go for a cheeky, busy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And because I haven't got any hides, have I? I have got jewels though, so maybe it'll balance out. I will get milk. Yeah, I'll get a milk, and then I will plant another barley and a rye. Oh, I haven't planted a rye. Yeah, rye.
There's the rye. There's the rye. Okay. And then you're going to use this worker to get a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
thank you.
Right.
Forgot that.
So we both get our farmyard cards. Yours is 629.
Okay, well that's not happening.
Oh, I think I've got mine. I think mine is quite easy. It's 1 flax per column without a field. I only have 1 column without a field. And
I see you're
have
hardly
5
in any
flax.
cost. Nice.
So I get 2 sheep.
I will say that mine is the minimum is have 3 each of jewels and sheep. If I hadn't killed that sheep, I would have had
killed
it.
the sheep, you'd have done it.
This is a lesson for everyone.
You have no sheep at the moment. I've got you having no sheep.
Yeah, I spent them, didn't I? I've still got them on my board. I spent them for the bonus.
You spent them.
Yeah.
They are gone.
So I hope I wasn't relying on milk.
Paul needs to spend the flax. You're right, I do. It is spending the flax, isn't it? Yeah. So I spend 1 flax. Thank you. There we go. Right. So that's that. Move each empty field up 1 space. And then move 1 of the empty fields up another space. You don't have any. But we now do the harvesting. So you get 10 barley, 5 flax, 5 hops, and 5 rye. These all move down 1. I get 5 rye, and that moves down 1. Okay, that's phase 6, that's phase 7. Phase 8, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 milk. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had a sheep explosion at the end of the game.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Phase 9, off we go then. Do your stuff.
Right. So let's see. For 2 types of goods, it's 5 goods.
Yeah.
So I think I'd worked out
5 goods for 2 types.
if I spend 6 clay, and that would be 4 rye. So that's all my clay, I think.
Yeah.
And 4 rye. And a tool.
And a tool.
Then that's carpentry.
To the end.
Taken care of.
Okay, done. You have carpentry.
Brew house. I can get away with. I've got hops, haven't I? So
yeah,
so that would be six
it would
six
be
barley and four
4 hops.
hops
So 6 barley and 4 hops.
and a tool.
And a tool moves that to there. Yep.
See the cooling house. So that's still 2 types. So that would have to be 4
5.
meat
4 meat and a milk.
and a milk. So that's for
Moves
1.
that once.
And then the second one has to be
Jewelry.
jewels,
Yeah. So
because
that
I
moves
haven't
to
got
there.
anything else.
Okay.
So if I'm using 3 types, it's 4 goods. So
4
for the
goods for 3
bakehouse,
types.
let's do it one at a time. I can't wear this out. So it's going to be 1 flax, and then I still need 3 more goods.
Yeah.
So I will do 2 barley and a rye.
2 barley.
That's number
and a
1.
rye. Yeah.
And then for the next one, it's a
Tool.
flax,
Flax.
tool, flax, and then I can just do. I don't need either of them for the last one, do I? So I'll just do again 2 barley and a rye.
2 barley and a rye. That's the
So
bakehouse
that's
done.
there.
Yep.
Then manufacture. I can do wool. I haven't got any hides, so it's
You have
5
1
goods
wool.
using 2 types. So that's
Yeah.
1 wool and 4 flax
Yeah.
for number 1, and then number 2 is just going to have to be 6 flax. Didn't have any of the other things,
And
and
that's the
my last
tools
tool.
Yeah. Well, look at that. That is how you do it. Boom, 70 points. I guess that's the main objective, isn't it? It's to get the community centre to the end and get the 70 points.
Yeah, like
Well done.
Yeah, I think it seems like it's see what you can do there, and then I don't know. Do they expect you to just do that? But I think the
We'll see
thread
when we
said
add the
that a lot
points
of
up.
people. Yeah, the thread said a lot of people just hadn't bothered or hadn't
Right.
moved it that far.
So let's see how
You
far
could
we
just
can
get the
get.
points cards, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. So I am. Let's see what we can do. So it's going to be 2 different goods. So it's 5 of them. So it's 4 clay. In fact, make it 3 clay and 2 rye, which is that to there. Okay. I'll come back to the other one in a minute. Now we have the brew house, which is going to be 2 hops and 3 barley. 1, 2, 3 to move that to there. And then it's going to be a tool to move the boulder, and then another 3 barley. 1, 2, 3, and another 2 hops. 1, 2 to move that to there. Okay. Cooling house is going to be 2 different goods. So that's 5 goods in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the cooling house. I'm going to use these 2 tools to move these 2 boulders right now. And then the bake house, I'm going to use 3 different goods. So it's 4 goods. So it's 1 flax, 1 barley, and 2 rye for the first space. And then 1 flax, 1 barley, and 2 rye for the second space. And then the manufacture is going to be a flax, a hide, and 2 wool for the first space. And then it's going to be 5 goods using 2 types. It's going to be 4 wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wool and a hide for the next space. Okay, right. So now boulder movement. That one moves that to there. Those 2 move those 2 to there. That one moves that to there. And those 2 and those 2 move that to there and that to there. Okay, so now I've got to move all of these again. I can't move the top one because I don't have enough clay. So that's the jewellery. So the jewellery moves the top one. Now I think I might have messed this up. I need to spend 4 rye instead of 2 barley. Yeah. Yeah, so the chat is telling me, thank you Isaac, he's done the maths. So I'll just slightly adjust this and do that and that. There you go, right, because now I can spend 3 of that and 2 of that for that. Yes. Cooling house is going to be 2 meat and 3 milk. Okay, this hasn't worked. Yeah. Yeah, it's not quite worked. I can't spend the 3 milk.
Because you need it for your card.
I need it for my card. Okay, it's not quite worked. So, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Even if you just move the other ones, it's still going to get you.
It's still going to be
12 points. It's 12
points instead. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. It means I've got 2 tools left, so I could have had 2 workers left. Tools aren't worth anything at the end, are they? No.
They're worth 1/5 of a point. But if there's something else you wanted to do, there's a lot of empty spaces on the board.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, what I could have done is gone to the sheep market again and got another milk. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got.
And then you wouldn't need it at all.
Yeah, true. So bakehouse is going to be the flax and 4 barley, because 4 rye for the bakehouse. Okay, and then manufacture is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That moves that to there. So I'm already there. And yeah, I think I'm just going to move one of the other ones now. Because I've got, if I move that up 2 and move them down, have I got enough to move the bakehouse? I don't. Have I got enough to move the brew house? I don't. Have I got enough to move the manufacturer? I don't. Ah, rats. So, yeah, I don't think I have enough to move anything else, any more spaces. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We're done. Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's points, isn't it?
Have you got 2 workers left over?
Well, yeah, but
I'm
not going to, because you might have done something and then I might have done something. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, but okay. I could have probably gone to the sheep market and got an extra milk and an extra thing. It's only a couple of points in it, I think. I don't think it's going to make much difference. So let's have a look at the scores, see where we get. So Paul and Tom, the first thing to count up is the community centre. So for me, that's 18 plus 12, so I get 30 points for my community centre, and you get 70. I've got a long way to catch up. Okay, next up is sheep. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sheep. Tom, you have no sheep.
Gone missing. Don't know what happened to them.
Jewellery.
I think.
You have 2 jewellery. I have no jewellery. I'll tell you what I could have done. Actually, I'm just going to move this back one and keep the 2 tools. So I lose 3 points on that. So I haven't got 30. I've actually only got 27. And I'm going to get back the 6 things that I spent, because I could have played this card that was 4 tools for 6 points. So I'd do that instead.
Nice.
Yeah. And the 14 milk for 10 points. So that's basically that. There you go. Have you got any points cards that you can play at the end? Nope.
No.
Right. Okay, so now we add up all of the stuff that we've got left and divide it by 5. Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's do mine first. So it's 5, 10, 15, and these count as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39, 43, 47, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, which is 11 and 2/5 of a point. Okay, and Tom, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which is 6 points. Okay, and then cards. So I've got 16, 19, 21, 24, 27, 30, 34, 38 from cards. And you've got 3, 6, 8, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 35. I was hoping you hadn't got enough from cards.
Some of those bonuses are worth a lot for what they cost.
Right, so I get 27, 34, 45, 45 plus 38 is 70, 83. That's a terrible score. 83 and 2/5. And you've got 72, 78 plus 35 is a lot more than me. It's 113.
Wow.
Is that your high score?
Yeah.
Oh, and 5 more for Tom. Oh, yeah. 5 more for Tom. There you go. Even more. 118.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a big difference. I didn't think I was going to be... I knew I was going to be behind. I didn't think I'd be that far behind. That's yeah, well done.
Yeah, we ended up with we were about equal on cards, and then...
Yes.
It's the community centre.
It's the community centre. The whole game, as I mentioned at the start, is all about moving these buildings to the right, because that gets you a huge amount of points.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So, people in the chat, thank you very much for watching. We're not going to close off right now. We're going to stick around, and me and Tom are just going to talk for a few minutes with our...
And then we're going to play it again.
And then we're going to play again. I tell you what, if I wasn't feeling ill and really exhausted, this is great. So yeah, we're just going to give you a few minutes of our quick reviews. Tom, do you want to go first? Because you've played it 3 times now. So what do you think?
I have. I think it's brilliant. I'll say that after our first game, we really enjoyed it, but it's kind of like thinking, the cards that you draw, a lot of them seem useless, and the things clearing off in 2-player. I think I'd gone for sheep. I'd gone for loads of sheep, and the sheep shearing cleared out like before I had any sheep.
Right.
And then the rest of the game, it never really cleared out again. Couldn't really do it. So I think they were like our main gripes. Not that we didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I think after playing it, but having said that, Rach played more cards than me, and we still, the reason we kind of had doubts about our doubts is that we were only 5 points apart. So the fact that Rach played a load of cards and I didn't, it still kind of came out about even. And having played it a couple more times, see that I was kind of thinking maybe more along the lines of Feast for Odin, where I don't tend to play many cards at all. I tend to just see, no, that's not what I'm interested in, not doing that. And especially with the expansion, you can just discard them for points, or play them for points.
Yeah.
So I was thinking more along those lines, whereas actually, it might just depend on what you get. And I am saying this having had a really good card draw game, I think.
Yeah.
Had some really good combinations of things this game, so it could be really different depending on what you get. I don't know. But
so you played,
it seems
in total, 25 cards in the game, right? That's a lot. That seems a lot of cards.
And not that many. Like the ones I discarded, I probably could have played a couple of those. The ones you just spend tools, which I probably could have done. The ones I got at the end that wanted sheep and milk and stuff, they were useless, but really, it didn't. Yeah, it seems that like the cards don't want you to. They don't all want you to do something that's completely the opposite of what you're doing. I suppose the later they come out, the worse it is.
Yes.
If it's a load of sheep and you haven't done any, the later it is that it's a more pointless card. But earlier on, especially, you can just kind of, with the gateway cards that are easier to do and don't have a great reward, but kind of do, because you can just go out of your way a little bit to get what you need. Maybe you just need a couple more. You're gonna have to get a couple more crops, or you can't play them literally anytime, but the fact that you can kind of play the cards after you've harvested or just after your fields have gone up or something like that, it can be like the timing can be vital that you can play that thing that you thought that you couldn't. And that the gateway cards, even if the reward seems rubbish, getting to draw bonus cards
really
is
good.
Massive.
The bonus cards is kind of like an engine. It's a little mini engine. It's just one of these, one of these, one of these, but it all adds up.
Yeah, and there's points behind every one.
Yeah.
Every single bonus card that I've seen is some points.
Yeah. So I also think it's brilliant. This was my second game. I did a solo playthrough last night, and this is my first 2-player game. So the two big questions that I had going into this game are, is this any different from any other Uwe Rosenberg farming game to make it worth buying? My answer to that, after playing half a game of it yesterday, was yes. Okay, it's Uwe Rosenberg, it's farming, it's crops, and it's putting them in, you've got sheep. This is so different from, I think, most of his other games. Although it has a similar thematic connection, the mechanisms within this game are very different. Is there anything you can compare it to? I think somebody asked in the chat earlier on, which other Uwe Rosenberg game would you compare this to, if any?
I don't think so, really.
No.
There's... Like, I saw people mentioning, like, Agricola is probably the only other one where you've got potentially a lot of cards to look for combos in.
Yeah.
But it's very different to how you're kind of getting these along. You only start with 5 cards.
Yeah.
And
as I say, Tom played 25 cards in the game. I know Agricola, you start with the 7 occupations and the 7 minor improvements.
Yeah, you get 14, and then you're kind of whittling them down. It's that's the only one where kind of like Nussfjord's got all of the different decks, but it's completely different as to how you get and use those cards.
Yeah, it's also not just a combination of things from his other games. Sure, it has the different decks that Nussfjord has. But other than that, the bit for me is this board. This board here, with the requirements of these buildings, with generating resources to move these buildings to the right, that moves this to the right, that I've not seen before. So that is definitely new for me. Michael says, did the decks differ much? I'm not sure, because I only played through the A decks last night, and today we've just played through the B and the C decks.
Yeah, I've played through both A decks twice, and then this combo once. I'd say from a little flick through the appendix at just kind of the requirements for the cards, I don't know. You'd have to look more closely, I suppose, but it doesn't feel like in the what was this? This was the sheep. Was this the sheep deck?
I can't remember.
This was the field deck.
The field deck.
There were some things that wanted you to have field, but it seemed like there were plenty of cards in the hops deck that wanted you to have fields as well.
Yeah. I don't think it massively changes the game. It will change it because they are different, but I don't think it massively changes it.
There's probably much more interesting things in because this is the expert deck, I think.
Right.
This is the expert, and then the fourth one would have been the master deck.
Yeah.
So like I did see it mentioned in the rules, the cards with the brown backgrounds that refer to the states of the action board. I saw it mentioned in the rules. It was teaching you that, but I never saw a card before this game.
Right. Okay.
So it's quite nice having a card that's waiting for an action space to be fully occupied. Now I did that. I kind of needed the action anyway, and I was just thinking it got me tools and another bonus card, so it was worth doing. But you could just be sitting there, especially. Well, I wonder if in a 4-player game any action spaces might fill up sooner earlier in the game. I don't know.
Yeah. So just going back to what you were saying earlier on, there is the random element. You do not know which ones of these are going to clear.
Yeah.
In a 4-player game, they all clear. So in a 4-player game, the top row of each space clears, and that's predictable, and you can work that out. In this game, you don't know until you've seen the 5th card, because then you will know what the 6th card is. But as you say, you could say, I really need to use the farming space next turn, or the next round, and then it doesn't clear because the card doesn't come out. But that's one of the things. Solo playthrough is being asked for, so I can tell you now, I am definitely going to be doing a solo playthrough of this game on my channel at some point in the next few weeks. That is definitely going to be happening. Tom, you do 2-player playthroughs with you and Marty, don't you?
Yeah, there's a 2-player one that I've filmed. And I said at the beginning of that, I would like to do a solo, because I did that with the basic setup, what it says for your first game, do these decks. So I would like to do a solo one that, I know it's not that different, but I could do one with just completely different decks.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Just jump into the master and see what's in there.
If you want to do a solo playthrough with 2 decks, let me know which 2 decks you've used, and I will do a solo playthrough with the same decks.
Yeah, between all these playthroughs, we will cover every deck.
We will cover everything. So just very quickly, the way the solo game works, is pretty much exactly what you saw here. There isn't an automa, there isn't another player. The only thing which is different is only one of the quadrants clears each round, rather than two of them. Other than that, you play exactly the same game. There is no difference whatsoever, and you're just trying to score as many points as you can get, and it recommends 100 is the score that you're trying to beat. When are we doing the 12-player playthrough with teams of 3? Tomorrow. Yes, definitely tomorrow. Another question in the chat, and this was the other thing that I was thinking about, which other people have mentioned, luck of the draw. And you mentioned earlier on Feast for Odin. Feast for Odin, you're not going to be playing that many occupation cards during the game. You'll play some, depending on how many you draw, but because you're only playing a few cards, and you're limited to drawing a few cards, there is obviously the luck of the draw. Now, in this game, as I mentioned again, Tom had 28 cards in total in the game and played 25 of them. I had about 22, 23 cards. There is still the luck of the draw, but because you are drawing so many more cards, I think that luck is reduced. Did it affect the result of our game? Absolutely not, because I played terribly. But yeah, yes, there is the luck of the draw. You know, right at the end, I drew a card that says, you know, if you have this, get this, and I didn't have that, and it would have been some points. But
especially points cards.
Yes.
I don't think it's so much of an issue with any of the others because, well, you can draw all of them.
Yeah.
But like bonus cards, it doesn't feel like it's a problem because both of the gateway and farming cards give you more bonus cards a lot of the time. Yeah. I do like the cards where it gives you. I had one where the cost was different, but the reward was the same no matter what the cost. Oh, it was have tools, so 3, 4, or 6 tools. The reward was get a rye and a clay no matter what. But what changed was the number of bonus cards that you drew.
Right.
I think that's really good because you can still just get away with a few and play the card and just not get any bonus cards, or you can go for trying to do more. And I don't know. I just feel like it's only after a couple of games, and I'm not any kind of game designer, but my play this game was probably quite influenced by the cards that I had.
Yeah.
It was helped definitely by those being tool cards earlier, because that getting tools is kind of free workers.
Yeah. Because
it costs a worker to get a tool.
Yeah. In terms of strategy, and this is the main difference for the points difference in this game, is I think by round 2, possibly round 3 at the latest, you need to have done a double move on your community centre. And then you need to be doing a double move earlier on. Because the problem that I had at the end is not only did I not have the tools, is I then didn't have the resources because it was costing me 6 or 5 resources per space. Whereas earlier on in the game, it would have cost me 3 resources per space if I'd have just had a few tools by round sort of 2 and 3. And because the tools are not used up, they're only exhausted, I think that's what you need to do. Don't do what I did and wait till the very end.
Yeah, so getting those tools straight away. Because we were thinking after the first game that we hadn't seen these magic cards that get you tools.
Right.
So we were just thinking purely in terms of workers. But when the cost is only 1 good in round 1, like you're wishing for that every other round of the game.
Yeah.
Like if you can get yourself some tools, and even if it's just a couple of the buildings, and another, like that town hall is amazing.
Oh yeah,
but it only works if you have staggered your buildings, at least one of your buildings.
Yeah.
Because you need to be able to bring something back. But going for like when we finished our first game and we were thinking the luck of the draw and the Feast for Odin, play the cards for points. When we looked at the end of the game, because we were thinking like, oh, maybe unused cards should be worth something. When we looked at the end of the game, we had the exact same number of unplayed cards, and that's kind of because Rach had played more cards, she had got more bonus cards.
Yes.
So we both had the exact same number of cards we didn't use.
I've got 2. You've got 3.
Yeah, I feel like in that first game, it was me just saying, well, the town hall is the thing. I'll forget cards and I will do town hall I'll just do town hall. Whereas Rach went for cards first, and then kind of like me in this game, found that the cards that I kept playing led you to kind of have, because there's kind of some, you could spend ages sitting down and working out exactly what you need for this town hall. And sometimes you can work out, okay, I need a couple more of this thing, but I'm never sitting there thinking like the exact numbers that I need and what I can do to get that thing. A lot of the time I end up in that in phase 9, just crossing my fingers that did the things I do give me these things.
Did I add it up correctly?
Yeah.
So
I hope so.
Cool.
So,
I can tell you one really bad thing about this game. I can tell you right now is this game is going to really seriously interfere with all of the work that I need to get done this weekend.
Yeah.
Because even if I decide that I am going to do the work and not sneak off and play solo games of this, my mind is going to be thinking about this all weekend. I love this. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really, really good game. And yeah, I can't wait to play it again. So there you go. That's it. Super, and I'm saying that in all honesty because I've been super excited about this game since it was first announced. Uwe Rosenberg, another big box game, quite meaty. So, yeah. But I'm you know, if there was something wrong with it, I'd tell you there was something wrong with it. But you know, I think it was excellent. Right, just a quick shout out.
I was surprised as well how long it had been when I did the Essen list.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh yeah, new big box Uwe game. Wait, there hasn't been one since Feast for Odin.
I know.
There's been plenty of Uwe games, but yeah, just hadn't really paid attention to.
Not a big one. I knew he was working on this. I think I first heard about this a couple of years ago, and I knew we weren't going to get it in 2019. I think the original plan was 2019, but he was still working on it. So yeah, I knew it was coming. Right, just a quick shout out. This obviously was not a sponsored video tonight. So this video has only been made possible through the support of our respective patrons. So Tom, quick shout out for you, your channel, your Patreon page.
Yeah, I'm Slicker Drips on YouTube, and it's patreon.com/Slicker Drips. I make playthroughs, mainly 2 players, solo games. This kind of game, though, really.
This kind of game, yeah.
Yeah.
This is right up your street. So yeah, if you're interested, if you don't already subscribe to Tom, go and find his channel on YouTube and definitely subscribe to him. And yeah, like me, he uses Patreon to fund a lot of the work that he does. So go on there and support him. And obviously my link is down there, patreon.com/gaming rules. Obviously I do a lot of sponsored playthroughs and a lot of sponsored videos, but I also do a lot of videos supported through the Patreon, and that's what this is. And all of the other videos that I'll be doing for this game are supported through the Patreon as well. So yeah, if you're in a position to support both of us, then please do so. And a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help fund the channel and keep me going in the difficult times. Right, we are all done. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. Thank you, Tom, for playing.
Thanks for having me.
And I will speak to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Okay. Cheers, Tom. And yeah, good night, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Cheers. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.